Good afternoon, welcome to Leicester Fan TV. It's match day. It's felt like it's been a little while. Obviously, all these England matches been in the way. It is Leicester City in third against Man City in second. As ever, we will be live all the way through the match. We've got half an hour to talk about the team news, team formations. We want your views, we want your comments, and then all the way through the match, Tom and Lox will be live. I'll be coming back at half time and at full time. This is your Fan Zone show on a match day. Yes, welcome indeed. It is Leicester City against Man City. Not many games left in this Premier League season, so we want to know today what do you think to the team news, which we'll be going through very shortly with Jamie, Jack, and anybody who wants to click on the link. As ever, we want your views. We want you to join the debate. We want your comments, and we want you to join the link that I've shared already, and I will share very shortly. Let's get a few comments in before we add some guests in. David, good afternoon. James, same to you. Hi, hope you're well. You've got the wrong badge there, James, on your profile, but we'll let it go. Zayan said it's got to be a draw or a win. Well, it's going to be one or the other. Hopefully it's not a defeat. Zion says he's ready. Maz is ready. Hi, all. Dara says, come on, Leicester. Soyuncu, big miss. That is the starting news. Soyuncu is not in the side today. Coronas has got him. Coronavirus, whatever. Cags out. Turkey isolating after teammate Kabak tested positive. Bonkers playing in Europe, says Patrick. It is a little bit strange, isn't it? Lewis is watching in Holland. Lewis, let us know what you think the score predictions are going to be. Fee, good evening to you. Hope you're well. James says Cags is a huge loss. Bloody COVID. It is a shame, and if he is isolating, he may be out for maybe, I don't know, 10 days, 2 weeks. Adam says feeling a big win for us today. Dave thinks it's a good team. Adam, do you know what? Coming back to that, I fancy us for a win today. I just fancy us for a win. I don't know what you think. Andy says Cags is going to be a good miss. Today, Julian says Marty puts the fear of God into me. Listen, let's get as many people in on camera as we can. Keep getting those comments in. Let's add in Jamie. I'm going to add in Jack as well. Jamie, how are you?
Afternoon. How the devil are we, everyone? Are we all looking forward to it?
Yes, indeed. And Jack, how are you? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we can win this game. But Phil, you said Man City's in second and we're in third.
No, I think, well, if I said that, I was wrong.
Third, but no, you said third first. I'm sure you said third.
Third? I thought Leicester in third and Man City are in first. Is that not correct?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, crikey. We should know that.
I'm just watching Sky and all they're talking about is Aguero at the minute. The first 2 minutes of the programme was Aguero this, Aguero that. Like there was only one person playing out of 22. So that's a good sign, isn't it?
You think they'd be talking all about Nacho, wouldn't you? But I'm sure they'll get on to him. Dara says, hey up Jamie and Jack, up the City. Good old shout out there. Maxine, let's start with this, Jamie. Maxine says Cags will be missed. Everybody getting the comments in. Obviously, big news is Cags is out.
Yeah, he's out. He's not injured, but we're not sure whether he's actually 100% got the old COVID because there's been two different reports. One says he's isolating after returning, and one says he's remaining in Turkey. So we're not 100% sure exactly, but he's out of today, and we've got to get on with it. Daniel Amata, yes, he does put the fear of God into me, but he's done nothing wrong. He does nothing wrong.
I like him, Marty. I think he's all right.
I don't think he's like a regular first team player that you can rely on week in, week out. But coming in the odd game here and the odd game there, we've got nine league games and 2 cup games, possibly 2 cup games left. We'll need all the players we can get. So yeah, I think he played in the last game, didn't he, against him? And what happened there? Oh, we won 5-2.
I'm going to add in Elijah now. Elijah, hopefully you're ready to come in. Elijah, Sainku out is the big news. I'm going to put up on top in the middle of us the team news. Elijah, what's your take on it?
Well, obviously it's a big miss. I know, I think in the fan chat we were talking about how strong that back three was looking, and it's obviously a loss to be missing him, but I've still got faith. It's not going to be an easy game at all, but Evans is still in there. Fofana is still in there. It's still a reasonably strong back line.
Jack, I mean, it is still a strong lineup. I know Cags is out there, but if Evans and Fofana, well, that could be our starting centre-backs. Jack, what's your take on the back lineup today?
I think Amarty's a right back, in it. I don't think he's a centre half, but I guess you got to give him the chance, haven't you? And he performs when he does. I know he becomes under a lot of criticism with the Leicester fans, but I guess, as Jamie says, he performed against Liverpool, he performed against Man City, and he seems to handle his critics well and answers them when he does. So, yeah,
go on then, Jamie.
He can actually defend.
I'm sorry, Jack. There, I was going to say Jamie always likes to talk formations. How are you setting this one up then?
The formation, it's got to be three at the back, two wing backs. It's like a 3-4-1-2. I would have thought. Cags in goal, Casper in goal. You've got Daniel Amarty, Johnny Evans, and Little Wes. And then your two wing backs as Albrighton and Castagna, Tillemans, and then Didi as the two midfielders, with Perez as number 9 or false 10, whatever you want to call it nowadays, whatever it is. And then Vardy and Nacho up top, which they've scored 23 in 23 starts, I think it is, in the Premier League between them. So, yeah, you can't fault it. This partnership is brilliant. So to have them up there, I think it is absolutely brilliant. I really do.
Elijah, no Ricardo Pereira today. Do you know much more about that?
I figure he's still maybe being eased in a little bit. You know, we might see him come in off the bench if need be. I can't speak with certainty on it. I mean, obviously he's a strong player, but again, I'm still reasonably happy with the lineup as is.
Yeah, indeed. Jamie, do you know, or Jack, do you know anything more about Pereira? Why he's not in that starting lineup?
Maybe because he's just returned back from injury. I think it'd be the best thing to do. You've got to keep with the same 11, haven't you? What played against Man United. It's not worth changing a team if they're winning, is it? I guess the only reason you change Cags is because he's obviously either got COVID or someone's got COVID over there. So that would probably be the only change for me. So
brilliant. Okay, I'm just
like he says though. Ricardo is just come back from injury. He's had 2 weeks off. He's been training. Well, he's had a bit more time off, sorry, but they've been on international break. He's had 2 and he's come back. And we've got nine important league games and possibly 2 cup games. It's important we don't rush him back. And I think starting him on the bench, yeah, you've got 3 subs to bring on. So, yeah, but hopefully we won't need him. We can rest him for another week until next week against whoever it is next week. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, West Ham.
West Ham, indeed. I'm just going to get some comments on screen. Keep clicking, keep getting as many comments in. I'm going to put them on screen. I know I've got loads of people already waiting to come on and give us their score predictions and views. So, Ross, bear with, Sean, Mark, Zayn, CF31, I think that's Tom. Just keep patient and I will get you in there. Let's get as many comments on there. Mick says nothing wrong with Albrighton. Totally. I'm probably Mark Albrighton's biggest fan. Stephen says very happy with that team. Ryan says, why isn't Maddison starting yet? Well, I'll ask the lads that. He's just coming back from injury, so it makes no sense to start him if you ask me. Hey lads, just wanted to say thanks for doing these live streams. Usually, you're always welcome. That's why we do them, so that we can enjoy it. Adam says it's the Aguero show on Sky, which is what Jamie was talking about. Gareth's going for a 3-1, but he thinks it will be a hard game. I'll tell you what, 3-1, Gareth would all take that. Steve saying, I think it's going to be a close game today. I would take a 1-1 draw. I guess that's a good question. Just before I let Elijah go, we do want your score predictions, Elijah. A draw today would certainly be not the end of the world, would it, against a team like Man City, Elijah?
100%. I'm going into this game with the same feeling that I had against Manchester United, where I think we can win it. I would love it if we could, but I'll take a draw, and I'm feeling like it's going to be a goal fest. I'm leaning either a 2-2 or a 3-3 here.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. I'm hoping we'll see Mark Albrighton on the score sheet.
I think, it's been a while since he scored one. I can't think off the top of my head, but it's been a while. Thanks, Elijah, for joining us all the way from over there, the other side of the pond. We'll see you later.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Elijah. Jamie, I'm going to add in Mark now, and then hi Mark, thanks for joining us.
Hi,
just
boys.
before we come to you, Mark, their team, Jamie, you've been talking. I mean, the talks about Aguero. Where'd you start with their attacking lineup, Jamie?
Fingers crossed, I hope. Fingers crossed. Let's hope they don't perform. They all have off days. But when you've got someone like Aguero, Jesus, De Bruyne, Mahrez as a front four, well, blow me down with a feather. Let's hope our defence is up to it today.
Mark,
you must be a bit. Oh, go on.
Go on, Jamie.
I was going to say, Mark, what do you think to the Man City lineup? You normally look at the away teams lineup. What do you think to it?
That's pretty strong, isn't it? I've got one for you though, Jamie. Actually,
cheers.
No.
No,
Mark. I thought you'd enjoy that one.
Yeah, go on, Jamie. Talk us through the Leicester subs bench. Just talk us through it, Jamie.
Patrick said that earlier, didn't he, about me saying the subs bench? Yes. You've got
number 64 for Leicester.
Danny Ward, Ricardo Pereira, Chowdhury, Mendy, Maddison, Dennis Pratt, Daly Campbell. I'm thinking about this last one already. Shenner, something or other. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Everyone knows. If it's not Smith or Jones, I haven't got a clue.
Well, Mark's put it up there. Go on then, Mark. You say it.
Tanawat Schwanthwang.
Schwan.
Schwang Shithong.
Well, we'll take it. I don't know.
That sounds painful, that does.
My missus put it in translate, and we didn't know because he's French, but obviously he's not French, is he?
I thought he was Thai.
No. He's French national. Obviously, he may be from Thailand, but he's actually a French national.
Jack, back in all seriousness to that Man City side. Obviously, Riyad Mahrez. It's one of those games, isn't it? Is he gonna come back and haunt us today? He has funny games. Sometimes he's quiet. Sometimes he's on fire. I think recently for Man City, he's been particularly quite good.
He's got a good record against Leicester, hasn't he? So is Jesus, for that matter of fact. So their players Leicester is going to want to look out for today, apart from Aguero. They've obviously got De Bruyne. If De Bruyne is on a good day, he normally tears teams apart. If you've just got to catch him off an off day. But we've got players to beat Man City. We've got Vardy, we've got Iheanacho, we've got Tielemans, we've got Ndidi. So I ain't really threatening the Man City. I know they've got quality players, but so have we. So it's going to be a testing challenge for Leicester, and hopefully we can come out positive and win the game.
We've got some good players on the bench this time round, haven't we?
Come on then. Talk us through the bench. It is stronger, isn't it, Mark?
Demonstrate. It's nice to have somebody like Maddison to come on, and if you need something changing, he can change it.
Brilliant, Mark. Before we let you go, because we've got others to get on, it's busy, which is great. So many fans clicking on nowadays. I've talked about a draw being okay in my books today. I would certainly be more than happy with a draw. Wanting a win. Where you think it's going to go, Mark?
3-1 Leicester.
3-1, big positivity.
Iheanacho to score a goal.
Against his former club.
You damn right.
He is a confidence player, Mark, isn't he? So he should be buzzing today, shouldn't he?
He is buzzing, and I'm buzzing. This is a game and a half today. This is the biggest game this season for us.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Mark. We'll hopefully see you later.
See you at half time.
See you later.
And he's just signed a new contract as well, Phil, hasn't he? So Nacho should be absolutely buzzing. Player of the month, new contract. What more do you want? What more?
I mean, Jamie, you're right. People have been talking about Nacho being a confidence player. He couldn't be on a higher note than he is. This is as good as it gets, isn't it? Just consistency now.
7 goals in 4 games. Player of the month, new contract till 2024. What more do you want? The thing I keep saying, if Barnes hadn't got injured, I don't think he probably wouldn't have been. He might have been on loan somewhere if Barnes hadn't got injured. I can't remember when Barnes got injured, but he might have not been here, and he wouldn't have been getting this game time. But he's taken it. He snapped his hand off and says, "Right, I'm going to do this," and he's done it. And I think Nacho deserves all the plaudits he's getting. I really do. I think he deserves it. He's worked his socks off to get where he is now. He's had some grief. We've all been on his back a little bit because of his not scored against the Palace when he missed the penalty against Palace and that. We've all been on his back a bit, but yeah, he deserves this. Like you say, he's a confidence player. Jack,
here's a comment here from Stephen. Stephen says Nacho man at the moment Vardy to score today. The comment I wanted you to react to, Jack, was Nick says we can get a result today because Man City are more concerned about Dortmund in the Champions League on Tuesday. Do you think they might have half an eye on that? Do you think the league is already won?
Well, talking to Man City fans in the week, they said that they want to win everything and every competition they're in. So I guess Dortmund on Tuesday for them is a massive game, isn't it? Guardiola wants to win the Champions League and he never really gets past the quarterfinals in the competition. So he'll want to make his mark. He said he'd swap and change today and he's done that. So I'm expecting Man City to come all guns blazing after the 5-2 defeat at the Etihad to us early on in the season. So he'll want revenge, but hopefully we can keep him shush and just take the game to him and go and win it and take our chances.
I'm going to add in CF31 and Gray Richardson, give their comments, and then Sean, of course, and then we've got Tom and Lox. Just before we move on to Gray and CF31, Fee says, and I'm sure, Jamie, you'll be talking about this in your Aftermath show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Tomorrow would have been Vichai's 63rd birthday.
I've been there the last 2 birthdays for his games. A bit disappointed we can't get there today for it. But let's hope we get 3 points for him. Put a decent performance and celebrate it today. The players have been there before the game, laying flowers and cards on the memorial around the back. I would have been there. The first thing I do now is always go to there straight before the game. But it'd be nice if we get 3 points for that for his birthday. It'd be absolute. I forgot it. I thought he was 60. I thought he was 62. I got my years mixed up until I seen it today. But yeah, it'd be nice to get 3 points for him today. Celebrate it in style.
And hopefully, obviously, you'll be chatting about Vichai and his birthday tomorrow, and hopefully a Leicester win on the Aftermath show. Let's add in CF31. CF31, tell us your real name. I can only read what it says on your profile.
Charlie.
Charlie, there we go.
Can you hear
Thank
me
you,
all right?
Charlie.
Because recently the audio's been poor.
We can hear you perfectly, Charlie. Talk us through the team today for Leicester and where you think it's going to go.
Well, I mean, I'm a bit surprised that considering Cags is out, we're playing with the back 3. But I think Timothy Castagna has been excellent recently in defence. And Daniel Amartey, it'll be interesting to see how he operates on the right side, considering we have is he on the left or the right? I can't remember.
He'll probably be on the right-hand side of the back 3, I think.
Okay.
And just so you know, Charlie, Cags is out because of playing for Turkey because of the coronavirus test. So we're not exactly sure. We don't think he's got it at all, but we think somebody in the Turkish squad's got it and they're all isolating.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how he does. Obviously, with the threat of we had Mahrez, Raheem Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne, players like that. But I think in midfield, Ndidi is obviously an absolute rock, and I think he'll put in another excellent performance today. And obviously that front 3, Perez, Iheanacho, and Vardy have been really clicking recently, especially with Perez just playing in behind instead of playing on the right. And my only real concern is how we're going to be able to cope with Kevin De Bruyne in midfield, because as much as I think that indeed he can pocket him, he's still like he can just have a yard of space and then turn that into a goal.
Yeah,
I mean, Jamie, Kevin De Bruyne, Ndidi had Pogba in his pocket last game, didn't he, really?
Yes,
but
he did.
De Bruyne's a different type of player because he can play further ahead of where Ndidi normally defends, doesn't he, Jamie?
Yeah, I just hope that Tielemans has had a word with De Bruyne on international duty. So, hey, you're 15 points there. Give us 3 points on Saturday night. It won't make much of a difference to you, will it? So, but yeah, I understand what you mean. It'd be good. It'd be a good battle in there. You've got the skillful of De Bruyne and Tielemans in there, and then you've got Ndidi and Rodri as well. Both similar kind of players, but I think Ndidi will boss it again today. I really do. The way he seems to have got telescopic legs, doesn't he? What's that cartoon character? Oh, Mr. Gadget, Inspector Gadget. His legs seem to extend, and he can just get it. And it's, I don't know. I think Ndidi will boss it in midfield today. Well, hopefully he bosses it in midfield today. But yeah.
Just before Charlie and Jack, I'm going to have to let you both go to get Gray on Raw. Oh, loads waiting to come in. Charlie, score prediction, please.
I'm saying 3-2. I think Mars will get a goal, But I think Iheanacho will get 2, and then Vardy will get 1 because, I mean, obviously he scored a hat-trick in the last game. I think it'll be interesting to see if Maddison comes off the bench because we obviously know what happened last time he came off the bench against City. So, yeah, I think we'll get the win, but narrowly.
Okay, thank you, Charlie. Jack, what's your score prediction,
Cheers, Charlie.
please?
I'm going 2-1. Vardy to score. He scored the most goals against the Guardiola side with 8 goals. He always scores against the so-called top 6. So I think he'll bank one today and it'll give him confidence in the games ahead. So I'm going for Kelechi as well and De Bruyne to score for Manchester City. So 2-1 to the boys. Come on, Leicester.
Brilliant. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, Jack. We'll see you both later. Come on, Leicester. They both say, right, we've got loads to get in here. Let's get in Gray. Let's get in Ross as well.
How are you, Gray? How are you?
All right, Jamie. You okay, mate?
Right. I'm good. Cool. Then what's you thinking on today then, Gray? Come on.
Mate, I'm going to be honest. I've not seen the team. I'm a bit behind. I've not seen the team, but just hearing on what CF31 was saying, I'm not happy with Amati at the back, but I'm hoping he'll prove me wrong. I've gone 2-1 with Kelechi to get a brace if he's playing.
No, he's playing. He's definitely playing.
He is. Yeah, Amarty's at the back, Gray, because Cags is been Corona isolating, because of COVID.
Well, if he's isolating because of COVID, then there's not a lot you can do. I perhaps would have gone Evans, Fofana, and Castagna at the back then, and the back 3.
Yeah. Well, I think it's an interesting one. I think Marty's done all right.
It gives a bit more height as well with the Marty there, doesn't it?
Yeah, he does. He's also got a mistake in him, though.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, but you used to every Friday night, though, Gray. Remember, you always used to have the odd mistake with.
When are you going to move on from this pod?
Never, pal. As long as you keep coming on, never.
Hey, mate, I'll be coming on. I might even join you tomorrow on your morning show for me pre-birthday.
If you wake up in time from your skinful tonight, pal, then yeah.
Great.
Listen, I'm gonna say see you all. Let everyone get on. Happy birthday to Vichai for tomorrow. God bless you. And Leicester win 2-1. Come on, the boys.
Good lad, Gray.
Well,
Thanks for joining us, Gray. Cheers, mate. Ross, as ever, we never know where you're going to phone in from, Ross. Hopefully you're not driving, mate.
He's both.
In the car.
Ross.
No, my dad's drive. No, me drive. I drive people up the wall, but yeah. So
yeah.
I'm in car. I'm in
Ross,
car
what you're breaking up, Ross. What's your score prediction? You're breaking up, pal.
Oh, hang on. So can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah, get your score prediction in, Ross. Oh, he's gone.
No, he's gone.
There we go. Let's add in Michael. Tom, are you ready to come in?
He was just eating.
Michael,
in, lads.
What have you got there?
Kegs
Come on.
And eggs.
Kegs
and eggs, baby. Kegs and eggs.
Have you, Michael? Are they tater tots as well with it?
Yes. I didn't know you guys called them tots, but yeah, tater tots. There you go.
We love a nice tater tot as well over here, Michael. But go on then. Who's Michael? Who's going to perform with swag today for Leicester?
Oh, we're all going to have swag today. We have the confidence of a 5-2 win earlier in the season. Some guys have got a break the last 2 weeks. Some guys went to their country training sessions and got confidence from their homeboys and their countrymen. If you saw Kelechi in Nigerian camp on his Instagram, oh my goodness, he's relaxed. He came to camp in form. He's going to come out of camp in form. Vardy, he gets his rest at the house. He gets his legs underneath of him. You know, I'm not concerned about defending at all. I'm not concerned about our attack at all. Brendan has the boys clicking. We're in the right mind state. Man City, they had loads of players going international break, and they're going to come back, you know, with a little not the swag that we're going to come back with at all. I don't see Man City scoring more than one goal today. We're gonna locked down on defense, I'm not concerned about Cags being out at all.
Tom, welcome to the show. Obviously, you're going to do the watch along very shortly with Lox, who's joining us in momentarily. Just very quickly, Tom, the team news, obviously, Cags is the big news, but the Man City side, are they going to have half an eye on the Dortmund game on Tuesday? Are they that far ahead in the league? Where do you think it might go, Tom?
The league's done and dusted, isn't it? We can't even think about it not being dusted. I mean, if they lose today, they'd still be 11 points in front of Man United. They probably have got one eye on it, and that's probably why Sterling and the likes of them are not even playing today. But look, it still is a very good Man City side when you can chuck out Aguero and Jesus up front in one go. And let's give some respect to Aguero leaving at the end of the season. He's been absolutely brilliant for the Premier League as a player. Going into Leicester, yeah, shame for Cags, and to say that he's not playing because he's been on international duty is a bit of pill to swallow for me, because international football should have been banned from the season for stop people travelling for no reason. There was no reason to keep the international football going, and let's get the club football finished this time around and not having to put things back. So good to see Cags not in the team, but. Look, we've done it all this season. We've had this fighting spirit. When someone drops out, someone else plays and puts the performance in. So there's no reason why Daniel Amati doesn't come in and, has the performance of his life against a very good Man City team.
Right, just go on, Jamie.
I was going to say, just on that note, if we win today and then we win the game in hand on Man City, we're only 9 points behind Man City. Stranger things have happened. Remember Newcastle, Liverpool.
You never know, do you, Michael? Before we let you go, because your tots and your kegs and eggs will be going cold, Michael. You genuinely think we can go and do it today?
Absolutely. We're on a roll right now. We're in form. And on top of that, if we win this puts more space between us and number 4, who lost today. So, we need this. We have an impetus. We have drive to get these 3 points today. So I see Kelechi scoring against the team that put him out on loan and let him go, or with the buyback clause or whatever. He's gonna put on a show today. He's gonna show how much stronger he's got over the last 3 years. I don't know who's playing at the back for Man City, but they're gonna get done today. I feel like we're gonna put on a show for the fans at home. I got my first jab. I'm in the middle of a 2-shot series.
Well done, Michael.
If fans are allowed at the final, I'm looking at tickets to London to get.
You've got to be allowed to fly first.
Yeah, that's a lot of it. Michael,
it's nearly kickoff.
I'm going to let Michael go. Jamie go. Jamie, did we get? Thanks, Michael.
I said the other day in an Australian podcast that me and Tom know 2-2, but I'm going for a 2-1 win today. I'm going for a 2-1 win at home against Man City. See you later. Come on, you Foxes.
Come on, Leicester. Right. Just before I hand over to you guys, thanks for everybody getting your views in, get your comments in. I'm really sorry we couldn't get Sean in. His connection kept dropping in and out, Sean. I was trying to add you in. Same for Ross as well. I tried to get as many in as possible. I'm going to hand over to you now, Tom, because it's almost kick-off, okay? Have a great show. Join Tom and Lox, and I'll see you back here at half-time.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Well, the scene is set, and first versus third in the Premier League. Who would have thought of that? There we go. Anton Day, swap it round. We're not going to do April Fool's and say we're swapping. Nah.
Yeah, imagine.
I'm going to go off and let the commentator speak for the minute of Frank Worthington, a Leicester City legend, a maverick of the game, who fully deserves this minute's applause after his son's passing last week.
There we go.
as Tom said, fully deserved that. Nice minute applause there for Frank Worthington. And now, Tom, we are on. We've waited 2 weeks for this. I don't know whether I'm excited or absolutely bricking it. I mean, is there any need to brick it, Tom? Should we brick it? It's not like it's Manchester United last game of the season to qualify, is it?
It's a free hit in some ways, as Leicester will be turned around. Man City, we will attack the Kop in the first half. It's not a traditional way, but Man City must have won the toss and switched us round. Look, it's a free hit for me. We don't say it often, but we are coming up against the champions-elect for me. These boys have won the league, and I know Jamie was saying that if we win our game in hand 9 points, but I can't see Man City losing 3 more games this season. Even if they were to lose today, it'd be a hell of an ask. And look, they might have one eye next week on Dortmund. It gives a favour, but hey, it's a free game for us. A point today would be brilliant. I've said I think we could win 3-1. That was before sort of the top lineups, but I still think we can win 3-1 today. I've got a lot of confidence, and I think the lads will be buzzing.
Yeah, one thing I noticed, mate, obviously it's because Cags is out and Amarty's had to come in. Fofana playing on the left-hand side, obviously, of the back three today.
Yeah, I mean,
we've seen that yet, have we? He's not obviously normally on that right-hand side.
No, I think he's probably more comfortable, but I think out of the two who can do the job there, you'd say probably Fofana's the better option. I think we all know that Daniel Marty is very limited to playing free kick to Leicester in the middle of the park. No free kick there. I thought he got barged in the back price, but obviously Anthony Taylor, is it the referee today? I think it's Anthony Taylor. Didn't agree with us. Yeah, I mean, I think we all know Daniel Marty's he can play right back, he can play that right of a 3, but I don't think. There we go, first challenging. Daniel Marty steps in, win the ball, sets Leicester away. Iheanacho cuts inside his man, finds Perez, edge of the area. He looks up, chips it too far. Nacho made the run into the box. So there we go, Daniel Marty won the first challenge. The ball slid in, he nicked in front of his man and played the ball away. So him playing on the right, I think, is probably that it suits us better, if we're honest with you, out of the system.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. EKG, my mental state is that it's a free hit if we lose, but I'd love to keep that free hit for West Ham, Chelsea, or United. Yeah, I agree with them. I mean, I think that's the thing with Leicester. You know, in the past, obviously, we've always been the underdogs. You know, when going into these big team games, big club games, and I think that helps us, mate. It helps us alleviate the pressure a little bit. You know, because we don't go into a Man City game thinking, right, we're going to, we have to beat them. You know, we have to beat them. You know, so I think that does help us as well a lot.
Yeah, of course it does, mate. Like you say, we've got some games coming up where you'd say the West Brom at home, the Palace at home, you know, Southampton away, games where we should be looking at getting the points. Ball whipped in round, comes to Nacho, down to the left-hand side, one-on-one with Walker, cuts inside his man. Oh, he just can't get away and Walker nicks it, but he was on his own up there, really. Then it was a quick ball around the corner. Walker missed it at the beginning, made a bit of a mess of it, but recovered to get the ball back.
Yeah, couldn't get his feet together there, Nacho, unfortunately. Did you watch much of the pre-game?
Vardy wins a free kick after De Bruyne takes him out. I haven't had a chance to watch much of the pre-game, mate. I was potting around today, getting bits and pieces done, and then came in at 5:15. But look, I mean, I think Guardiola's said enough this week how he respects Leicester and what Brendan's done at the football club and the way he's built the team and the quality of players that we've got. And, you know, as he said, fully deserved to be in this situation again after last year and the way we performed. So you've got to take that as a manager. If his quality is saying how much we're doing, it's we must be doing something right this season.
Yeah, and Pep obviously is, you know, one of, if not the best manager in the world, mate. Sorry if you can hear sirens. He is one of, if not the best manager in the world. And you'd think he's gonna, well, he would definitely want to learn from the game earlier on in the season at the Etihad when we did turn them over 5-2, I believe 5-2 it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, 5-2 beginning of the season.
Oh, lovely. So yeah, but we are playing differently now, mate. We're playing a different system, a different style, a different shape today than we did on that day. You know, we haven't got the out and out wide attacking players like Barnes. So it is going to be different. But I think it's worked well so far, hasn't it? You know, this Perez, Nacho, Vardy link up.
Those three, the last game, especially Man United, to bring Perez in after being out injured was massive. And Oh, down the left do they come from Bruno Mendy. He'll come inside. Five Rodri. Cleared away by Fofana. Long shot comes in. Goal for Manchester City.
That's a good
Yeah,
goal.
I think they're gonna. Michael's appealing, saying that someone's in his eye line. I suppose they will look at it. Bruno Mendy's now come over, getting involved. He's saying that someone's chucked the head towards the ball. Be interesting to see this on the replay. Fernandinho with a long range strike, by the way. It was long range. We're talking good 30. The flag's gone up, so VAR will be checking this. So it'd be interesting to see now if he's interfered with play, because for me, the line is saying someone's interfered. So the ball clipped to the back post. Fofana half clears the edge of the area. I mean, Aguero standing right in the middle of the box, way in front of Kasper Schmeichel, steps over the ball, and yeah, he's definitely in the line of sight there for me. This will be the ball to tell you.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, yeah, go on.
Oh, mate, he's in the line of the ball, mate. You can't. Kasper. Out, mate, and played on. Leicester lose the ball again, though. There's your warning shot. You know,
yes,
it was a very poor clearance from Fofana. For me, you've got to get it further away. Tim Cassandra puts one out for a throw in. Yeah, you know, Fofana there, you've got to clear that ball high and far. You can't. Players like Fernandinho, he's going to take a chance. He's got a strike, and we all know that. It's just that. That's be the warning shot for me there. Leicester after 4 minutes to concede, but luckily the flag went up.
You're spot on, mate, with what you said there. It's a warning shot, isn't it? That's, you know, we've seen them before, warning shots there. But you could see something wasn't quite right because Schmeichel dived so late, you know what I mean? So there was instantly kind of a feeling that he might have been impeded, you know, visually. But yeah, there we go. It's still 0-0. Bad luck, as William says, for Fernandinho. It was a good strike, really good strike. Would Schmeichel have saved it if his view wasn't impeded? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but it was definitely a good strike. So Aguero is going to have some words with Aguero. I don't think anyone can have words with Aguero, actually.
Good for me from the back four, though, mate. Back three all pushed up really quickly and left Aguero in there. You know, that's for me the best bit about that play. You know, how quickly we pushed out of the box as a team. I mean, the only thing is ball chip to the back post. It will come to Mahrez 1-on-1 with Cassandra. Cassandra just stands him up, keep him there. Well played, Cassandra stands him up. De Bruyne chips one in. Johnny Evans heads it away. Riyad loses the ball. Well played, Tillemans, and runs it out for a throw to Leicester. Just calm it down now, boys. Settle down. We're only 7 minutes in. Don't give them the hope they want to push in and get an early goal.
Yeah, that was a very quick. I like that, mate. Though how that whole transition went with the VAR. They quick check, one look. I know that's all it needed, but still, it was very quick. You know.
I think if the lino hadn't put his flag up, it would have been a very interesting decision. But seeing that the lino is calling it, who's the other side of the pitch, who's not in line, you know, with Aguero's standing position, you know, the lino's giving it offside, that the chance of a referee then overturning it is going to be slim because they're not going to want to go against the lino every time. And it was blatant. He was blatantly standing. It doesn't matter if you jump over the ball, you're standing in front of him. Because Schmeichel can't dive, because if he goes to take a touch, then it's going to go past him. Down the left, Cassandra cuts inside his man, foul, free kick, Leicester. Well played, Timmy Cassandra. Skip past the Fernandinho and wins a free kick. Leicester take a short one and go again. Cross the back line for Fana to Johnny Evans. There's no option. There he is. There's Daniel Amati. Comes in size. Well played, Daniel Amati. Lovely little crisp pass. Over the top. Can't find the Iheanacho. Ball runs out for a throw to Leicester on just halfway in Man City's half. Ball down line. Iheanacho plays in Perez. Oh, skips past the first man, but can't get past Kevin De Bruyne. If he had, he would have had a free run towards the goal. Leicester win the ball back. Oh, behave, referee. Mahrez rolling around on the floor. And did he win the ball?
I've just watched the referee there. Watch the ref now, mate. If it shows it. Once the ball had gone, right, I don't think they're going to show the view of the referee, right? But once it happened, about 2 seconds later, the referee pokes his head in to look at Mahrez and then decides that it's a foul.
He won the ball, though, mate. Yes, he's caught him on the follow-through. I'm not saying he hasn't caught Mahrez there. He has caught him a little. But he flicks the ball past him, and it's the leg that he flicks out with just catches him. But he's running away. He actually runs away from Mahrez himself. He's not going in to hurt Mahrez.
Remember, guys, join the debate. Let us know whenever you want. Just drop a comment in. Let us know what you think to the game so far.
Mahrez down the left, 1-on-1 with Pisania. Got Perez now to cover. There we go. There's the blanket. Leicester go 2 back on Mahrez straight away, and he can't go past his man. Round the corner, Mahrez 1-2. De Bruyne gives the ball back. Finds Vardy. Vardy finds Pisania down the left. Leicester come. He'll get stopped by Walker, and we all know how quick Carl Walker is. Even at 30 odd, he's still very quick in the Premier League. Leicester play the ball down the right to the right hand side though. Back in the Leicester half, but good to see them keeping the ball now, not panicking.
It's going to be important today, isn't it, mate? Like, just winning the ball back and playing it quickly.
Yeah, Leicester lose the ball on the halfway line. Finds De Bruyne. Oh, well played for Fana. Steps in there because if he gets it wrong, Mahrez has a 1-on-1 on the edge of the area coming in from that right-hand side onto his left foot. And we all know what 90% of times happens with that situation.
Absolutely.
Leicester win the ball back and it'll be Daniel Amartey. He'll go back to Casper. Casper just clears it out. Oh, that's poor Casper. Kicks it straight out of play. Trying to find O'Brien. No news on that contract situation. I know they're in talks. Good to see Kelechi tied down for a bit though. I mean, before Christmas you were doing 50-50 if he was going to get one, but what a month he's had.
I've heard we're in talks, with Tielemans and Ndidi. And I think they're 2 massive players which we need to get tied down 100%.
And Champions League football, mate, will give them that little bit of a boost to do so. Look, they'll all know, and I think every single player knows at Leicester that the owners are fair people, and if someone wants to leave and they get the right money, as they've said before, we've seen with Mahrez, with Chilwell, they'll let them go. They will not turn around and hold them escape to stay in Leicester because you've signed a contract. So players won't hesitate to sign new contracts at Leicester because they'll know they'll always have that option if the right money came in that they can leave, and that's football Sunday nowadays.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate. I mean, there's a fine line, and I think we're on that fine line. I think we're right in the middle there. We're balancing what the players want and obviously what's best for the club. Like you saw with Mahrez, and Maguire, we let them go when the right fee came in. Mahrez was a bit more difficult. We could have got more from Mahrez, I think, but he was obviously forcing a move, wasn't he? Big time. With Maguire, we said to him you can go once they pay 80 million, and they did, and fair play. So. Yeah, I think. We all know, obviously. I don't know if you saw that poll, mate. Leicester owner, Premier League fans that think their club is well run, and Leicester at the very top with 98% or 97% or something like that. So that's quality.
It just shows you how much respect, the Vishay and now Top have. Yeah. From fans up and down the country for the way they run the football club, and it just shows you don't need to have a massive budget to run a football club in some ways, as in transfers. If you've got a good scouting network and the right people in the right places, you can pick up some gems. And I think we've done that over the last 7 to 8 years at times. Yes, we've made mistakes. I think every football club make mistakes. You hope someone will come in, the Slimani that we saw in the Portuguese league, smashing up week in, week out and scoring goals for fun. And sadly, he didn't. Down the right, Man City come. Kevin De Bruyne plays Mahrez into the box, whips it across, cleared by Johnny Evans to Cassagna, clears it out. Wilfred Ndidi back to Cassagna down the left. Down the line, finds Vardy. Vardy holds it up, back to Cassagna. Good turn. Lovely. Finds Wilfred Ndidi. Leicester plays some lovely football at times. Ball round the corner, but Leicester lose it from Tielemans past it. But how quickly Man City are getting on with the press. They are not letting us play football at all. Now Leicester turns to squeeze and Man City will have to go back. And Leicester will just sit on the halfway line, like I've done quite a few times this season, sit on the halfway line, wait for them to come in the half, and then there's the switch. Right, now we press as a team. First press there, Perez makes the first press and nicks the ball, but it runs back to Ruben Diaz. I mean, what a signing he's been for Manchester City.
Yeah, when you play Man City, it doesn't matter who's rested, who's injured or whatever, who's isolating as there are these days. You know they're going to be able to put out a squad capable of not just winning the game, but winning the league. I think they're better. I remember something last season. Jose Mourinho was asked, "Who do you think can win the league?" And I know Liverpool ended up winning it, but at the start of the season, Mourinho said, "I think the best 2 teams who have the biggest chances of winning the Premier League are Man City and Man City B team." And I think that just kind of sums up. We all know the squad depth they've got. It is ridiculous.
Oh mate,
I mean, Mahrez was a bench. Mahrez spends a lot of time on the bench. Obviously, I know recently he started a lot of games, but in previous times he's been on the bench a lot. And what a player! I think we'd all take Mahrez.
Ball whipped in, cleared by Cassagna, back to Perez. Cassagna with Didi, Perez, Cassagna. Leicester just playing it around the 18-yard box. Need to get rid of it. Clears it up the line, finds Didi, flicks around the corner. Ball cleared, and it'll be a throw to Manchester City, right on the 18-yard line.
Cheers, Dave Gavin, for the €5 as always, mate. Every time, massively appreciate that, pal. Great commentary, lads. Be nice to get a win for Vishai's birthday. Good to be a Foxes fan at the moment. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeed. Cheers, Dave, mate. Massively appreciate as always, of course. And to anyone, if anybody else did want to super chat, remember, only do so if you're in the position to do so, if you're able to. But if you do, it would be much appreciated. But more importantly, we hope you enjoy this watch long with Tom doing the commentary and me drinking gin and chatting rubbish for 90 minutes. But yeah, our transfer pros outweigh the transfer cons. Yeah, I'd agree. Got to keep Ndidi. We might lose one player though. Cags and Barnes are being targeted.
Shot into the box by Kyle Walker, cleared by Johnny Evans for Fana. Comes to the corner flag, finds Perez. Ooh, Perez plays it back. Cassagna does well play. Cassagna skins Mahrez for fun. Perez back to Johnny Evans in Leicester City's box, mate. Back to Schmeichel. Just go long, Casper. Good lad. Get rid of it there. No point mucking around. Plays it long. Ooh, can't find Iheanacho. It just runs out. But that was better from Leicester there. Didn't muck around. Just get rid of it at times. You can't overplay. And I think sometimes we've done that this season. Try to overplay it right.
Yeah, what minute are you on? 16 minutes, 18, 19, 20 16 minutes, 21, 22, 23.
Bang on, mate.
All right, boys. Hi, Grey, mate. Thanks for watching. Liverpool are the only club that matters. So why are you watching Leicester Fan TV then, eh?
Where are Liverpool in the league?
True.
I'm just saying. I don't know where they are.
I agree.
I don't know where they are. They're not. I know they're not above us.
That's spot on. Is Under still injured? I think Under's. I don't know. I think he's in a suitcase somewhere. Bloody hell, on the way back to Turkey. God knows what's going on. Back to Roma. Sorry, should I say? 17 minutes in, by the way, guys. Still Leicester 0, Man City 0. A little scare from a Man City goal, but it was ruled offside after Aguero obstructed the view of Kasper Schmeichel from Fernandinho's shot.
Well played for Fana. Steps in on Walker and sends him to the ground and doesn't win a throw, but once again the commitment there from Fofana. Brilliant.
Someone said about Barnes and Soyuncu being targeted this summer, mate. I don't think either of them will go. I think they'll both want to stay. I think Champions League football is the main thing. I know it doesn't stop Kante leaving.
Yeah, but you got to look, where would they go? I mean, the only places you'd say at the moment need strengthening is probably Man City. Centre half wise, because Liverpool aren't going to pay money for a centre half once.
United.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Man United. Oh, good. Got away there, Leicester. Edge of the box. Cassagna tries to clear. Finds over the bar by Aguero. Cassagna tried to clear, smashed it into Mahrez. Ball fell to Aguero on the volley, and he smashed it over the crossbar. Got some lucky there, Leicester. Just again, that talking about trying to overplay in the defensive area. I mean, the ball comes for Fana. Passes it to Cassagna. He tries to play one up the left-hand channel where Perez made a run, but he hits it to Mahrez's thigh and it bounces straight up in the air and falls to Aguero, who volleys it over the crossbar.
I hear what you're saying there, mate. I mean, if we get Champions League football, then why would you go to Liverpool? I know Liverpool are a massive club and they won the league last year and the Champions League the year before, but they're not going to be, well, we think they're not going to be in Champions League football unless they win it, of course, this year.
When they've got all their players back fit, we're talking Gomez, we're talking Matip, you're talking Van Dijk. Would you play? Is he going to get in front of those players who Klopp's got a lot of affection and time for and they won the league with? You probably say not. Man U's probably the only one who's looking for a centre half now to strengthen after. Oh, they know they've got problems at the back. We all know that. But unless they're going to come in with a silly offer for Soyuncu, then they won't get him. We all know that. It'd have to be another 70, 80 million pound bid. I reckon the club be thinking, if they got 80 for Maguire, then how much is Sancho worth? And when on his day, he's probably pound for pound one of the best defenders in this league at times.
Can you imagine a back two, like centre back partnership for Manchester United of Maguire and Sancho? 160 million total, total two. It would be funny, wouldn't it? Literally, Man United's back line is just Leicester. Can you imagine that? Eh? But I mean, they didn't work well together at Leicester, did they? They played a few games, but it didn't work out.
Can you think about all the clubs up and down the country? And this isn't just me being this, but like their chairman and owners must be going to like the scouting network. How is it Leicester can go and pick up the gems like your Cassagna this year? I mean, Casagna's been brilliant for me every game he plays. Very rarely he gives less than a 7. Edge of the box. De Bruyne shoots over the crossbar.
Another one shot.
And then has a moan. Has he got a free kick? Yeah.
Corner.
No, he's got a free kick, Matt. I think he's given. I think there was a late tackle by Tillemans.
Oh, out there, further out.
Further out. Did it? Yeah. So, and did he makes the challenge? De Bruyne has already kicked the ball away, and then just falls over.
It's not them. It's not him, mate. I think it's further out, isn't it?
I don't. No, he's giving
it isn't Diddy.
Well, and Diddy didn't touch him for me there. I don't know what the referee's good playing at today. He's having a stinker so far. There's 3 free kicks he's given to Man City, were never free kicks. Dangerous situation as well, with the likes of De Bruyne and Mahrez standing around.
We need to get rid of the negativity, be braver, and get up the field. I think it's difficult against a Manchester United. I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, mate? I think they are pressing very hard, Man City.
Oh, mate, of course they are. Well, you watch their press. Every time we get the ball, they are straight on us. I don't think I've seen any team do this to us this season, if I'm honest here. Every time we get the ball, they are literally pressing us back and back and back.
I would say the last time was probably the first half in the Liverpool game, mate. The 3-1 win. I think they were all over. They were just on us constantly, and it tied them out in the second half. We know what happened. Is that
Tillemans? So Leicester set the wall up, and Tillemans is literally laying on the grass, on the floor, as a blanket that if they try and go under the wall, it's going to hit him. Keep your arms away. Keep your arms down and keep them away. Don't jump up and land on him, lads. He's probably about 2 yards behind the wall. So the walls are Martin, Diddy, Vardy, Johnny Evans, and Mark Albrighton. De Bruyne hits the crossbar, comes down and head away by Cassagna. What a free kick though by De Bruyne. How he got the dip up and down, the swizzle balls we'll call it. Jesus with the ball. Man City still have it, by the way. Mahrez. It has to go all the way back to Edison. Well played, Leicester. Well defended there, lads. Still under pressure. 22 minutes in, and it has been all Manchester City. But let's not put it wrong. This happened in the first game at Manchester City, and what happened there?
Hey, look at this, mate. Look at this. You get lucky against us. Lucky.
I go, win at Anfield. Well, sorry, didn't really mean. Does that matter?
You didn't win at Leicester. You didn't win at Leicester a couple months ago, last month, whenever it was. So,
mate, you win one league title in how many years, and suddenly they rule the roost.
Yeah, how's your home record this season, lads? Is it still going? Is your unbeaten run at home still going? I don't think it is it?
Did they lose? Did they draw with West Brom? They lost to Burnley. Sorry, you lost to Burnley. You lost to Sean Dyche's Burnley.
Brighton as well. Brighton,
yeah. Good team, Brighton, though. Good credit.
Home, yeah.
Yeah,
there was another one as well. Can't remember. But anyway, it's very defensive to the least, Phil says.
Here's the free kick again, and De Bruyne whips it up, gets it down. Kasper's wouldn't have saved it, even if it was on target. Kasper's getting nowhere near it. What was the free kick for? I'll try not to laugh because the free kick was given for nothing. He didn't even touch him. He was miles away from De Bruyne when he kicked that.
It's funny, mate. You know what? Because obviously, if Man City scored from that free kick, then they wouldn't go back. They couldn't do anything, could they?
Ball down the line, finds Jesus into the box. Just stand up. Well played for Farner. Stand his man up, and Jesus has to come back. Or as we'll call him, Jesus.
Get in, Andre. We've won every game whilst he's been on stream.
Albrighton takes down in the box. Aguero tries to tackle him, or Brighton runs away. Do you see that stat I put in earlier, mate, about Albrighton?
Where did you put it?
I'll find it. Let me just find it. So crosses from open play from Premier League since the 2014-2015. How many crosses do you think he's put in?
Since when? What year?
Since 2014-2015 season, crosses from open play.
God knows.
He's top. Above
It's
Aaron
got to be a
Cresswell,
lot.
above De
500?
Bruyne, 707. The next one down was Aaron Cresswell at West Ham with 582. Then it was Kevin De Bruyne on 552. Andros Townsend on 539 and Andrew Roberts on 535. This shows you how much. Ooh, that was a tasty challenge between Ndidi and Fernandinho. Referee lets it play on though.
Not happy with
Kevin De
that,
Bruyne.
did he?
No, I don't think he would, and I don't blame him. I think that was quite, rash, if I'm honest. I don't think he had any intent to win the ball. He was just going in hard. 25 minutes gone and still 0-0. That's what you're looking at. We're still 0-0. Leicester win the ball back. Tielemans, and then pulls up. Tielemans has pulled up. Oh dear. Hopefully it's just a knock. I mean, he's still jogging, but not good to see a player pull up like that.
What was it? What do you think it was, mate? Is hammy or?
I don't know if he just took the ricochet of the ball, but just the way the ball ricocheted off him, he went to the sprint. I think if he'd sprinted, he would have kept it in, but he just stopped dead and went down. But he's back up and he looks like he's moving.
I'm just the reason I'm not talking is I'm just getting the that stat on screen for people.
It's all right. So ball goes wide. Man City still have the ball, and Leicester still camped. Ball down into the channel, cleared by Daniel Amati. Well played, Daniel. Leicester lose the ball away. Albrighton gives it away this time. Again, there's just no way out. There's so many Manchester City players between the goal. Ball in behind. Pull back. Oh, and Schmeichel catches it. Ooh. It's going to be a long, long game.
I think so, mate. I think so.
Ball to Aguero, edge of the area, a little one down the corner. Ooh, he's onside. Jesus in behind, pulls it back. Aguero coming in, but can't find him. All he can find is Gasper Schmeichel hands. Morris plays the ball in behind Daniel Amati. Again, very difficult for someone like Marty to turn again.
Perez
skips around his man, goes down, free kick. Fernandinho gets smashed in the face, by the way, from Perez's boot. Oh, that he would have felt that. I thought he could have been given, but haven't seen that he's not given a yellow card so far. Did he catch him in the face? Oh, he does. Oh, full leather shoelaces across the old chops because he slid in and took Perez out, but Perez's boot comes straight across his old chops and whacks him in the face there. He felt that one, I think.
Yeah,
Perez
absolutely.
just gets up.
Let me just put this on screen quickly before anything happens. This is the stat Tom was on about. Crosses from open play, Premier League since 14-15. Mark Albrighton there was 707. Like well above second place as well. Well above. And I bet he's not played as many games as them as well. I bet he's not played as many games.
Free kick came to nothing, chipped into the box by Albrighton, and Edison comes out. Ball runs out for a throw to Leicester from Kyle Walker trying to break. Mahrez trying to break on the right hand side. 3 Man City players should have been booked by now. There's a very good chance. For some reason, Anthony Taylor's keeping the cards in the pocket because he's forgot his cards in the dressing room. Because I feel there could have been a card to Leicester player already as well. I'm not just going to sit in. There wasn't. Leicester have the ball for Fana going backwards. He only got Johnny Evans. He'll have to go up the line and clears it long straight to Rodgery. Leicester just can't get the ball and keep it at the moment. The first 5-10 minutes they looked as in the game. Ball whipped in by Mahrez. De Bruyne made a run and just goes straight through the Casper. Again, Leicester give the ball away, but somehow managed to get the ball back. Tielemans finds Cassagno on the left-hand side. Down they come. Someone's going to make a run, boys. We're so static. I think we're so nervous and make a mistake, pushing too many people forward for me at the moment. And we're overcompensating by staying back. And Given the ball, all the balls at the moment are sideways or through to Tillemans, who then gets closed down by Rodri. But Leicester lucky the ball breaks to Johnny Evans. He'll try to get one up the line straight into the back three of Manchester City, and Kyle Walker has the ball, skips past Perez down the right hand side. Kyle Walker stops, steps back, comes backwards again, and finds Diaz. Iheanacho closing down. Well played, Iheanacho. Perez closing down. Oh, ball whips up in the air and goes straight to Kyle Walker, and switch it from right to left. That's how lucky Man City are getting at the moment. The ball was literally breaking everywhere for them.
Gray, yes, mate. I'm not from Pembroke. I'm from Pembrokeshire. I'm from Haverfordwest, about 10 minutes down the road from Pembroke. But yeah, someone just put here as well. Rest in peace to Claude from AFTV and several others. Obviously, not too much has come out about the details of things, but it does look like, unfortunately, social media played a big part of it, I think, and obviously other struggles as well. And yeah, there's not really much to say. It's just, yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
Well, sadly, that's social media platforms can't get more structured to their systems. And for me, it should be, if you want to open a social media account, be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, then you should be over the age of 17, 18, in my view, and should have a driving license or a formal ID to prove who you are. If you are going to do something, then the police can intercept it and sort it. Ball at the right-hand side, Perez plays the most difficult ball he could have played up for the run of Tillemans, but it was so hard. Leicester, there you go. They're going to be the card. It's coming out, and Didi's going to get the first card, tripped up De Bruyne. As I was saying, for me, you should be able to prove who you are to open a social media account, because then you are, easy to find for me. It's too easy to open an account to anyone's name and be Joe Blogs from so-and-so without having, anything to do with who you really are.
You can't go and just open a Sky Bet account without supplying your ID. You have to supply your ID if you want to set up a Sky Bet account, so why don't you have to do it to set up a Twitter account where, you're going to see things which some people shouldn't see over the age of 18, or more importantly, the abuse and all of that. And like Tom said, you hear in the news about footballers, and not just footballers, a lot of people, but obviously we hear about footballers getting racially abused, and the police try and track them down. If you've got their ID, you know where they are, you know where they live, go to their house and sort them out. So yeah, but yeah, just going back, obviously, yeah, rest in peace to Claude from AFTV. Obviously, I'm sure you've all heard the news, as it was a few days ago now. But yeah, anyway, I won't put that comment on Andy M, but I agree. The ref. The passing hasn't been as crisp as Man City's so far.
Leicester around the corner. Oh, Vardy trying to find Perez, just can't find him. Mendy clears back upfield, still finds Jesus. Well played, Amati steps in and wins the throw, but it'll go out for a Man City throw. But fair play to him. Just want to tune in, see your stream, just see what it's like from a mid-table team perspective. Les David, I think he's just looking for the old fishing rod, if I'm honest, mate.
Oh, he is, yeah, because we've obviously not been mid-table now. Last season we were 5th, and that's not mid-table. Last season we were quite disappointed at the end of last season, and we were still higher than where Liverpool are now, actually. So that's quite funny. But yeah, Anthony, mate, cheers for watching. Cheers for boosting the viewing figures for a bit. We shall see you next season, maybe when we're in the Champions League and you're in Europa, possibly. Come and join our Tuesday night streams next season when we've got Barcelona away. But yes.
Oh, Daniel Marta makes a hash of it, clears it straight up in the air. Jesus gets the ball, turns. Oh, get rid of it.
Oh, no, it's not. What are you doing?
He plays for Barcelona, mate. Ball then get cleared by maybe Man City next year. Free contract. We don't know. I don't think Leicester's got the 600,000 a week to be able to sign him, sadly. But Man City still have the ball. 33 minutes gone, coming up to 34 minutes. Well played. Nacho steps in again. And I think there might be a few choice in words from Rodgers at half time and trying to get something different. He's got his old pen and paper out and writing down a few notes. So be interested to see at half time what he says to the boys to try and get something different in the second half than all out of defending.
Let me go back to Tails. Hi, lad. Hope you're good. Have we ever been this dominated at home before? I think Liverpool at home last season was pretty bad. Pretty bad.
What, the 4-0 Boxing
4-0.
Day?
Yeah,
we got
but
absolutely
we
destroyed.
always. I don't want to sound like not fickle, but I don't want to sound negative, right? But we do tend to get dominated by these sides. We do, and it's our job to counter it. Counter attack it, and that's what Rodgers is paid for. Rodgers is paid for, matches like this where at half time he needs to try and get a better tune out of these players, and see what we can do. But yeah, let's just hope it stays 0-0, or obviously Leicester winning, of course, and until half time. It can't be the tactics to be playing this way. No, I think it's Manchester City. It's Man City. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do I sound stupid, Tom, by saying that? It's like I'm not expecting us to go out there and have 60% possession of the ball and be attacking every 2 minutes. I never thought that would be the case tonight.
I mean, let's be honest. Rodgers has always played the same way every club he's been to, and it's only probably this season, I've said it before, that against the bigger clubs he's gone against everything that he plays, possession games, to try and win football matches by giving the opposition the ball. We did it at Man City away. We did it very well at times. We did it at Arsenal this season. We all know Brendan Rodgers is a possession-based manager. He likes to play football. He likes to keep the ball. He likes to move teams around. He likes to tire teams out by moving them around and then open up the space. And we've seen that with the goal stats in the last 15 minutes. Most scored goals in the last 15 minutes games, Leicester. Why? Because they tired teams out. So, games where he's having to give the ball up, he's not doing it on, choice that he'd like to. He just knows that if we're going to win a football match, and did he pass the halfway line, set in, Nacho, through and goal, he pulls the defender down, the referee will give a free kick. It was the right idea. The ball was probably just not executed right because it went to the defender's side, the Nacho side. As soon as it ran onto the defender's side, Nacho was, couldn't get through onto it. And it's good defending. I mean, Laporte is no mug. He knows exactly what he's doing. Get himself goal side, and he still wins the ball on the floor. But it was better for Leicester. Broke the play up and got in through on goal quicker.
Yeah, completely agree. Remember, guys, it says here, please like, share, and subscribe if you can. If you're on Facebook, like and share and comment, of course. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. Please, man. We're trying to get to 6,000. No, we're already at 6. We're trying to get to 7,000 subscribers. That would be much appreciated. Anyone who doesn't subscribe already, if they could please. It's free. Some people don't know it's free. You know what, Tom? Some people think when we're asking, no, this is true. Some people think when we're asking them to subscribe, we're asking them to pay. No, it's free. YouTube is free. You subscribe and you can put the bell notification so you get notified whenever we're live. Oh, heavy touch there.
Down the line, Cassagna gets the ball on the left, comes back inside, full and Diddy. Comes across the park, Tillemans back inside, tries to find Perez again, gives the ball away, Tillemans, and Man City break. Kevin De Bruyne in down the line, puts it in behind Daniel Amati, points to it. Casper clear back up, straight to De Bruyne. Oh,
who was he pointing at? Was he telling,
I think he was telling Casper that you should have come and got that one, but for me, the ball was Daniel Amati in that position. Get rid of it.
We've currently got literally, this isn't me being cliche, it's true. We have 11 men behind the ball. Well, not anymore, but we did about a minute ago.
All that wide, all Brighton cleared. Bruno Mendy sends it all the way out, and it'll be a goal kick to Leicester. 38 minutes played.
And are you happy? Are you happy with 0-0 at half-time, pal? If obviously we're not there yet, but if. Okay, let's not say half-time. Are you happy with it being 0-0 right now, pal?
Oh, mate, of course you are. It's against Manchester City, the champions elect, and we've had our backs to the wall for 38 minutes of this game. I don't know if don't think Leicester's had a shot on target yet or a shot in their game. So I'm more than happy that we're 38 minutes into a game against the top of the league and we're still in it. I mean, it's not great to say that when you're third in the league, but it just shows you the golfing class that Manchester City have. And this is a Manchester City side. Let me just have a look. Fafana heads it away. Man City still have the ball. Aguero cuts inside, plays it into the box. Find Mahrez, turns it back. Get up, Mahrez. Falls to the floor. Oh, Fafana, get rid of it, boys.
So much pressure here.
I mean, like I say, this is the Manchester City side that hasn't got Ake, Bernardo Silva, Torres, Sterling, Foden, John Stones, Gundogan. I mean, I forgot the magnificent Scott Carson plays for this club. He's picking up his 40 grand a week paycheck for sitting on the bench.
Yeah, making up the Champions League numbers. That's what it was for, wasn't it?
Of course
Homegrown
it was.
players. Oh, lovely, O'Brien. Quickly, before anything else happens, Gray, mate, $2.99 from Gray. Thanks for the super chat. It is his birthday on Monday. I hope you have a good birthday, pal.
It's your birthday Monday. Happy birthday for you, mate. It's my wife's birthday as well on Monday, so you share that in common with someone.
What are you going to be, Gray? 65, is it? 64? What? No,
I think you've gone a bit hot. I think you might have gone a bit higher there, mate.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean that, Gray. 29. Thanks, V. I'm hoping Lox and Tom going to sing. No. Lox, Arsenal versus Liverpool predictions. Oh, I don't even know when. Are they playing? Oh, they are, aren't they?
It's a late kick-off, mate.
I'm going to go with a 3-0 Arsenal win. Wouldn't that be great, Anthony? Wouldn't that be great, mate? 3-0.
Bang your hat-trick.
On a real, probably. I'm going to go with a 1-0 or 2-0 Liverpool. I think they'll win tonight. I think they will.
Yeah, I've just got this feeling that Arsenal's going to nick it. Wouldn't that be something?
It would be good. I would love it because of Anthony. Anthony, just because of you, I want Liverpool to lose tonight. But yeah, need to get to half
flick round the corner into the box. Mahrez saved by Kasper Schmeichel with his feet, but they all count. Fofana slips over to the edge area to Rodri, and Diddy steps in. Rodri still has the ball. Leicester are literally back to the wall. De Bruyne sets one up, shoots, and it goes wide of the post.
I didn't see it. Let me see what happened there.
There's the bridge, and that's us at the moment, just rocking it. This is the one. De Bruyne cuts back and bends it wide of the post.
Gray looks 19.
It all came down from Fofana trying to clear it, but as he cleared it, his standing foot went and he clipped it. I mean, it's a great save. This one is. Mahrez cuts in and boom, left foot, right-footed save. But again, Mahrez trying the old. Mahrez for me, thinking putting this in the bottom corner.
If the game paused, if life paused at that moment and said, right, do you want 500 quid on Mahrez to score from this spot? I would say 500. I'm putting 10 grand on it, right? Even for just evens, I'm doubling my money there, and I can't believe he's not scored it. If I'm honest with you, he's not put it into the corner, has he? He's just hit it down the middle. I'm not too sure what happened there, but are we? You expecting to see Maddison this second half, mate?
Cost me. Hold on, Leicester are in actually Manchester's half. Actually into the edge of the area. Ball whipped in. Oh, defended by him, flicks out of the corner. Leicester actually been in Manchester City half for nearly 30 seconds of this game. This is up there so far. Applause. We've managed to break out of our half, and that's not being sarcastic. Just tells you how well Manchester City are playing this game and how far. Oh, we're going backwards. Doesn't matter. Keep the ball down the left. They come.
Can't do it.
Back in our half. That's it. The time's up. We've managed a minute. But
we've gone from Castagna in their box to Kasper Schmeichel in our box in the space of about 20 seconds. So that's
back in their half. Back in our half.
Table tennis.
Win the ball. Tillemans. Oh, tries to skip past the man. In comes Manchester City. Aguero, Jesus into the box. Cuts back. Can't find anyone. Shoots over the crossbar. Oh, boys. With 2 minutes of this game to go in this half, well, Jesus cuts in, Johnny holds him up, takes a touch, tries a stop-start, and then smashes it towards the top corner, and it flies over the crossbar into where the Waves fans would sit.
I can't remember when I said this last May. I think it was the Burnley game or something when we went 1-0 down, and it's like, if you give them enough chances, they're going to put one away. So that's the worry now, isn't it, mate? The amount of chances they're having. It's unlike Man City to have this many chances and not put at least one away. So you'd expect them to put one of the next few away.
Oh, mate, you can't give a team like Manchester too many chances. Tillemans looks a bit shaky. I mean, I don't think anyone's really been great for Leicester in the series. We've all looked a bit shaky on the ball at times. I mean, Tillemans there's unlucky. He's trying to get past his man, and he gets past if he gets past his man there, by the way, he's then through on their back four with Vardy, Iheanacho and Perez all in front of him, ready to set up the play. So there is a pattern what we are trying if we can get through the first press of their midfield. But at the moment, we just can't get through that press at all. Every time we go to play the ball through the press, it either has to be round the corner into the channel, or it has to be long. And we can't seem to break this press down.
Even Kelechi Iheanacho, the reincarnation of Pele, the future Ballon d'Or winner, Nacho man, even he's looking a bit shaky now. They're all, I agree with you, mate. It's difficult.
That's to win the ball back, and Didi in our half finds Nacho. Nacho can go back. Ooh, plays in fake. Get the ball back. Well played. Daniel Amati steps in. Leicester have the ball. Tillemans goes across, finds Farner, finds Cassagna on the left-hand side in our half. Perez steps on the ball, gets away with it though. Has no option though, mate. Everything's back to goal and there's no option to go anywhere, then go backwards, because Man City are pressing you so hard, you can't turn and face their goal. They are literally giving us the chance to turn. Ball over the top, looks for Vardy, long goes up. He heads it. Headed away though by Laporte. And Didi heads it up in the air. Wins it back. Go across. Finds Perez. There's room down the left-hand side. Play him in. Vardy into the box. Round the keeper. The flag's up. Oh. There was the one chance. You kept it at 0-0. Oh, the flag went up. It's offside. And Didi plays it to Perez. Perez gets the ball. Yeah, Vardy's off. Yeah, he's offside. Not in close. He's good a yard off. It's a lovely take though. Oh.
Classic Vardy finish, eh? Take it.
Oh,
Brendan's us. That's us. That's us. He's like, this is Brendan. Oh.
That's exactly what I just did. And there's the half-time whistle. And it'll somehow be Leicester City 0, Manchester City 0. Lox has polished off a gin and tonic already.
Well, there we go. As Tom just said, it's half time in this game at the King Power Stadium. Just up there, literally just around the corner. Leicester 0, Manchester City 0. A game which
I like this one, mate. He scored at least. We put the ball in the net.
But in a game where Leicester City barely got out of our own half, it took until the 46th minute to get out and put a ball in the back of the net against Manchester City. However, it was offside. The flag was up.
It was a lovely play. It was the first time we were just talking about Leicester breaking through the lines, and that we actually got a ricocheted off and Didi, who then found Perez, and Perez found Vardy, rounds the keeper, and you're thinking 1-0, what a way, but the flag goes up. But it was the first time in the whole game we've managed to get, one, a ricochet that's fell back to us, and two, we've managed to break through the Manchester City line. And as soon as we did, we saw the problems we caused them. I think Phil will come in, I think. And
yes. I was just screaming at the screen back then, lad. So, okay. It was so close, wasn't it? Right, I'll let you two go and have a little breather. Go and have a break. Thanks for a great first half, Tom and Lox. You've been just talking about defence, and then we have 20 seconds of fun at the end. So, well done. We'll see you for the second half, chaps. Cheers, Tom. Cheers, Lox. Listen, that's what this game is all about today. Is probably going to be another 45 minutes of defend, and then will we get one chance that we can win? We want your views. We want your comments on it. Joanna says, lucky break there, and Vardy took the chance. It didn't count. Heartbreaking there. What typical Leicester half that have been to pin back and a goal. To be fair, to score a goal at this stage is probably too early. I don't know what you think. You probably, in this sort of game, Gray says, how do we get to 0-0 at half-time? I've got no idea. I don't know what the stats are on that game, but we've barely had a chance with it. Derek says, damn, offside. It was. Listen, they've had one ruled off for offside, which Aguero was in the way. That was clearly offside. Vardy's was clearly offside. Gutted that's offside, says Rob. Yeah, we all were. I'm still recovering from that. My heart was racing. I just can't believe it. Steve says, how was that free kick earlier in the game? Come on, Leicester. You're so much better than this. We always play better second half, says Steve. Better by Vardy. I mean, I can't remember Jamie Vardy touching the ball before that. I really can't. Stuart says we can still win this. Keep getting your views in. Get your comments in. We want to know what you think to the second half. Casey says get Madders on ASAP. Look, the reality is that first half, it's been tough. It's been tough to watch because we're trying to defend, which is not easy against one of the best sides in Europe, let alone the Premier League. Clearly the best side of the Premier League. I just seen Patrick say, can we have the ball, please? It's felt like that. Whenever we even get near the ball, we're trying to play out from the back, which is a dicey game, and you sort of get the feeling about what's going to happen when we get the ball. Derek, this is what I agree with. Hopefully more assertive in that second half. Let's have a go. Will's watching, but sorry, Michael says that. Will saying get Maddison on. I think you've got to ease him in, Will. He's been out for a little while. I wouldn't get him in too early. I would, I think we're doing okay. Jono says we're better than this. I can't believe Brendan wanted us to play this week. Passing it out from the back against Man City. I was just about to say it clearly isn't working, but it clearly nearly did just work. That is the plan today, I think, is defend, 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 defend. Can we get a goal? Merez did let us off the hook. I agree, Lewis. It was a good save by Casper, but he had the whole goal gaping. Merez should have scored there. And obviously they've hit the bar. They've had a goal ruled out. Aguero's had shots going by. De Bruyne has had shots going by. I don't know what you guys think, but if we have a second half like that again, they will score this. Surely Man City will score if we have another 45 minutes like this. Faith says we can do this. Faith has got faith. Well done, Faith. Who's in goal for Man City? We've not seen him yet. Well, listen, Jamie Vardy just popped one in there at the end. Kevin, I sort of agree. Casper's distribution has put us in trouble today. It is tricky because of who he's got to pass it to. Keep getting your views in. Keep getting your comments in. Dean says... Let's get Dean's on there. Take a point right now. We're better than that. We'll be a lot better second half. Always are. Rogers will pick them up. Let's get in. Jack's watching. Mark's watching. And I'll get Ross in as well. Let's start with you, Jack.
I'm
what
going
half
to shot,
that was.
why.
Oh, go on then, Jack.
You expect it, don't you? Obviously, Man City to have all the ball. I think Leicester's done well in holding their own, Phil. We've not sat there in left spaces in behind or spaces in between the midfield. We've left them to go back all the time, and that's good. And we can, it just proved Vardy's just got a chance, which was just offside. So I guess there could be a goal in this game for Leicester. Do we make changes, bringing Ricardo and Maddison on for Perez and change it up a bit with a formation? Then maybe it'd probably work and we'll get a goal. So we've just got to hold our own and stay positive second half and keep playing the way we're playing, and I think we'll be okay.
Mark, thanks for joining us. Will says here, he says, go back to Route 1, put the ball over the top and get Vardy involved. I am surprised we haven't tried that at least once or twice this half, Mark, because I feel like I'm watching it going, this passing out from the back at some point is going to catch us out. It nearly has a few times. What do you reckon, Mark?
Well, I thought it was a game of two halves, and the
first half was.
yeah, we should actually be playing in their half as well as just in our half. It was scary, wasn't it? That free kick for De Bruyne was a joke. That was definitely not a free kick, and whoever put on the text that Casper's distribution was a little bit wobbly. Well, to be fair, I counted it. He made one kick that actually made a Leicester player. The rest either went out or went to a Man City player, and that is scary when you're playing in your own half.
I mean, somebody has put in there, it is scary to watch. Ross, let's bring Ross in. Ross, come on, as ever, Ross, where are you now, mate? Are you down Lidl? You gone down Lidl to get some food?
No, I'm just in farm foods. I'm making a home chip butty for my dad. So I'm just getting some bread.
Only Ross can rush out at half time to get some chips from Farm
No,
Foods.
I'm making the chips.
Right.
Homemade
Go on then, Ross.
from the
What
fryer.
do you reckon to that first half?
Oh, see, it's like pretty. To be honest, Tielemans been really poor with his passing. I mean, to be honest, it's not been the greatest of games. I found Carlos. So the thing is as well that definitely not a foul for the De Bruyne thing. 100% not a foul. No, it's not salad.
Yeah, well, Farm Foods don't do salad, do they, Ross?
If they did, they'd do one better than Ross's.
But yeah, thanks, Mark. Thanks, Mark. Right, I'm all right now. No, I just think, with all this possession, no prevail. I think obviously it's definitely the right decisions on both the goals that were disallowed. We can't. Let's not get much into that. Definitely not a free kick for when De Bruyne hit the bar. That should never have been a free kick. I don't know what the referee was playing at. But we just need to be more positive in the second half. I think indeed he's done a few tackles now, hasn't he? And he's on a yellow card. Do you think maybe they should bring him off to, so he don't get sent off? That's the thing. Do we bring Ndidi off at this point? Because obviously he's yellow carded. He's done a couple of challenges. You don't want the last thing you want to have is game sent off. I
hear what you're saying, Ross. I think it's valid. I just don't think, Jack, we can take Ndidi off at half time at all. I think he's got to be careful. What do you reckon, Jack?
We ain't going to risk that, Phil. If we took Ndidi off, I think we'd crumble. Man City would get in more, wouldn't they? We won't really get that defensive job what Ndidi does to help the defence out. So I think keeping Ndidi on will help the defence as well. Obviously, Johnny Evans is playing well this game. Obviously, he's helping Marty out and where Marty needs to be. I think Marty's done well this game. He seems confident and he knows where the pressure is and how to play Jesus to a T at the minute. So,
Mark, it is a question for you. Neil's put on him. Please do keep your comments coming in. Neil says, Mark, he says Tielemans looks a bit jaded after 3 internationals and travelling. May need to replace him. I feel, Mark, that Tielemans he's getting the ball to him and he's always got their back. He's facing the wrong way with the ball, Mark. I think it's a tough ask for Tielemans today. But this is because Man City are such a good side, Mark. And they are pressing. Yeah,
I think we need to get Maddison on and create something going forward because we're like I said earlier, we're playing everything in our half. We need to push forward. We need some creativity, and at the minute we're not getting it.
Ross, do you think? Stuart says here, Ross. Stuart says, I think the lads are going okay, sticking to the game plan. I actually think this is the game plan. I think it is defend, get a lucky goal. Or lucky goal, get a breakaway goal. We nearly did it.
I think that's what it'll be. I think it's like the Arsenal game in a way as well. Where they let them pressure us, and then boom shakalaka, there's a goal. So I think that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, I reckon. Before I got cut off earlier, so my connection was pretty poor earlier. I'm going to say Leicester to win 4-2 with Vardy to get a hat trick.
I don't think you go for that now, are you, Ross? You can readjust that.
Listen, I'll stick to my word because you never know. You just never know in football. Let's not forget. Remember when we were playing Man City back at the Etihad, it was 1-1 at half time, and we got 4 goals. So.
Well, yeah, Jamie's just said the game is like Arsenal away, Ross, which is what you said.
What I just mentioned, I think it is. I was to bring a player on, good pass from Tielemans, cross it in, boom, it's in the back of the net. So I think it could be like that. If it is, it is. It's one of them games. End of the day, possession doesn't win your games. Goals do. So Man City can have 100% possession, but if they don't score, they don't win.
Ross and Mark, thanks for joining us. I'm going to let you both go so I can quickly get Gray in. Thanks, Ross. Thanks, Mark. Gray, let's add you in. Gray, are you there, mate?
What? Oh, hello.
Hello, Gray. Come on.
Hi, Jackie, baby.
How are you, baby? All right?
Yes, sweetheart.
Great. Come on, then. That was like the Alamo, somebody said in the comments. It was tough, but that last 30 seconds shows you what this game could do.
Definitely. It's going to go either way. And I think Madders will be on at half time. The lads would have had a rocket up their arses at half time from Brendan, and we're going to see a different second half. I'm sticking with me 2-1, but Kalichi brace. I'm going to go Kalichi 1, Vardy 1.
Great. Before you go, Joanna says happy birthday. When is your birthday, Gray?
Monday.
Monday.
21
again, Gray. 21 again.
This year, Phil.
18?
Yeah.
You're looking good for 18.
Oh, well, you know.
Let's.
No comments off you neither, Jackie.
Great. Let's hope for a good second half. We'll see you at full time. Cheers, mate.
Definitely. Yeah, no worries. Take care.
Thanks, Gray. It's nearly second half. Tom and Lox are going to be back. Keith's joined us. Keith, you've got literally 5 seconds, and Elijah, literally second half. Keith, talk us through it.
It's pretty much like the Battle of Rorke's Drift. The might of the Zulu army and the Man City team against a stout British red coat and blue shirted defence. And then all of a sudden, Vardy could have popped up and scored. You just don't know. Like Gray said, you know, we could win it, but it's highly unlikely. It was a great defensive display, if you want to put a positive spin on it. But yeah, let's hope for a little bit more attacking prowess and flair in the second half.
Elijah, I mean, we thought it might be tough today, but this is really going tough. Peter says if we're lucky, it could be 0-0. What do you reckon, Elijah? We could still pinch it.
I agree. Yeah, it has been a really, really tough half, and it feels like we've just been dominated at all points, but we put the ball in the back of their net. It is entirely possible. I am going to change my prediction as well. I predicted a goal fest. I'm going to say a 1-1.
1-1. I'm going to add in Tom and Lox, because Tom will tell me when the second half's about to kick off. Are we there yet, Tom?
Hello, Keith. How are you, sir? You're all right, mate?
Hello, mate. Yeah. All right, pal. Good to see you, mate.
I mean, Tom and Lox, everybody who's been commenting, it's been tough, and there's been a lot of defence, and some of that defence, Casper's distribution's been questioned a little bit, and Diddy's on a yellow. But Tom, we're still in it. It's still 0-0 somehow.
Leicester's in lockdown 4, I think, at the moment in the defensive department.
Yeah.
But look, we've been unlucky in some of the plays. You know, as I said, we haven't been able to break through the Manchester City line. The one time we did get the break of the ball and it ricocheted to and Diddy to Perez, we got the chance, and luckily Vardy's made the run just that slightly too early. So there is a space there. We can cause Man City problems. Everyone's been looking at Twitter, a few people on Perez's back, but if you look at Man City, every time we get the ball, every Leicester player can't turn to go towards the goal at Man City end because they're just getting hassled, and there's just a blanket of Manchester City white covering us, and we're kicked off the second half.
Right, Keith, Elijah, Jack, me, we're all off. See ya. Let's leave it to the lads.
And back underway as Leicester will kick the family end from left to right in the second half. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Got the new gin. Oh, Edison cut off his line there. Just beat Nacho to the ball though.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of criticism for Perez, and I'm a bit like thinking, well, hold on a minute.
Typical.
Every time we get the ball, like I've just said, they can't because he's not turning. Well, hold on, no one can turn. We're being forced to play backwards and sideways because Man City ball over the top looking for Mahrez run, but cleared by Fofana. Perez wins the ball again. Can't go anywhere than backwards because Man City are just hassling. Schmeichel plays it to Daniel Amati. Finds Albrighton. Leicester just being closed down. Up the ball at the line. Finds Iheanacho. Great turn Iheanacho and wins a free kick. Well played.
I'll tell you now, mate. I mean, the people who are on Twitter slagging off Perez, they just don't know a thing, mate. I mean, what are you slagging him off for? What are you?
Tell me how, when you're getting every single time you receive the ball, where you'd normally try and be on the half turn, you can't be because someone is literally up your side. You can't get away from him. Man City being absolutely brilliant that first half by closing us down. Oh, Brian nearly steps in again. Here comes Man City, chip towards the back post. Mahrez is there, head away because of Castagne with a big header. Perez again plays a little 1-2, goes up the line, but I can't find him. But they did just go to Brendan Rodgers, who was chatting to Maddison again. Let's not rush Maddison too quickly. We don't want another player out for a long time. Ball up the line, Mahrez into the box. Well played for Fofana. Brilliant defending. Perez again, back to goal. Only can go backwards. He can't go anywhere else. Leicester cleared. Vardy finds Perez. Perez now going forward. Skips past two men, and now he gives the ball away. That's not great from Perez, and I'll say it wasn't great from Perez. De Jesus finds Aguero, goes down. Get up, Aguero. Went down too easy there. Sergio didn't need to, mate. He had the ball coming into the box. Casper's distribution, I will say, has been shocking today, by the way. I will back that up. It's been truly, I mean, again, but if he goes to clear, every time he gets the ball, there's a Man City player closing the play. You go to Leicester into the Man City half. Albrighton finds Tielemans. Take a shot, kid. He does take a shot. Ooh, straight down into Edison to swallow up. But that's better from Leicester. Got the ball out early and found the space. Albrighton found Tielemans. Tielemans pulls it away from Fernandinho, takes it across his body and laces one. Just wasn't hard enough to cause him problems and couldn't really get it off the ground to dip in front of him, or a P roller.
Yep, spot on, mate. But there we go. We're 48 minutes in, everyone. As Man City on another attack here.
Yeah, Man City down the left. Kevin De Bruyne, who's been here, there, and everywhere for Manchester City today. And Man City now going backwards. You know, I think out of the two, Pep will be very more than happy, and I think Rodgers will be happy that he got to 0-0 half time. Had a chat with the lads, seen that we can get in behind them. We've proved it. I mean, you look at the ball there. I mean, it's just superb. Finds De Bruyne down the left, Mendy down the left-hand side, cuts inside. That's too easy. Albrighton sold himself there, across the box. Albrighton tries to close, still with De Bruyne. But again, to me, that was just too easy for Mark Albrighton. You can't go jumping. You might think the ball's going to be whipped in, but you can't jump. You've got to stay on the ground and defend, you know, properly there. As soon as you jump, Mendy came inside, and Bruno Mendy's quick enough at the best of times.
I mean, I know people are saying, I've seen a few things, people saying it looks like Man City have got, 20 players on the pitch. It looks like there's bloody 20 De Bruynes. He just seems to always be on the ball. As every ball that we miss out on, it seems to fall to him, mate. And obviously, he's probably one of the most dangerous player in there on the ball, along with Riyad Mahrez, who is now about to whip a ball in from a free kick.
Yeah, 49 minutes gone. Free kick to Man City on the right-hand side, about 10 yards from the touchline. De Bruyne whips it in all the way across the box, and it hits Roger in the midriff and goes away. Not coming in, mate. De Bruyne with a free. I mean, it's a delicious ball. No one can get near it, and it literally goes across every single Leicester City player to the back post, and it literally hits Roger on the midriff and bounces off for a goal kick. A little higher than the midriff and a little lower. Man City have the ball again, though. Ball down the line.
I'd be amazed if this ends 0-0. Do you remember that game 2 seasons ago when it was like 0-0 and Company scored that screamer near the end? It feels like that a little bit, mate.
Vardy nicks the ball. Nacho, 1 versus 2. Nacho takes on his man, cuts inside. He's got Tielemans coming. He plays it. Tielemans shoots. Oh, deflected wide of the post. There's Leicester's first proper counter-attack of the game.
Well played, Nacho.
Well played, Vardy. Well played, Nacho. Vardy steps in, wins the ball, plays Nacho. Nacho runs at his man, holds the ball up nicely, lays in Tielemans onto the right-hand side of the box, takes a shot, takes a big deflection and goes wide of the post, but he could have literally flung off anywhere.
A very good block there, isn't it, from Diaz?
Diaz, massive block, because that's going anywhere, mate, beyond you. It could have gone absolutely anywhere. Corner to Leicester, 51 gone. Albrighton to whip it in towards the back post. Headed away by Man City, and Man City win the ball. Mahrez will break here, finds De Bruyne, cuts inside his man. Well played, Albrighton, nicks it back. Well played. And Diddy finds
Vardy's
Nacho.
on the back line.
He got caught under his foot. Oh. Nacho plays the ball through to Vardy, but it clips him under his foot, and he can't get it away. For me, the ball runs past him. Vardy's got a good 8 or 10 chances going through there, one-on-one the goalkeeper. This is better from Leicester, really pushing a bit higher up the pitch here to win the ball back, not giving Man City the time as much as they were in the first half. And that all came through Mark Albrighton closing the man down, closing De Bruyne down, and nicking the ball and passing it to a flick onto Ndidi, who sets it to Nacho, and Nacho tries the first time ball through.
Yeah, I think that's what we needed. We needed a rocket up our arse.
I don't know what Brendan would have been like with him, because 0-0, he's still in the game. I just think he would have been like, boys, you can do better than this. We can play better this against the top clubs. Whipped in by Walker, head away by Evans. We can play better against the top clubs. So just take your time. Let's not go too gung-ho. Let's get a rhythm about us. The main thing he probably would have been saying for me is you've got to get your passes got to be slicker. It's got to be better. You can't give the ball away as cheaply as we are doing. That was probably the biggest problem in the first half. The amount of time we gave the ball away so cheaply.
Yeah, completely agree, mate. Completely agree. 52 minutes in, Leicester 0, Manchester City 0. Obviously, Man City dominating the possession throughout the game. Leicester had a good start now to the second half so far. Good pressing from Leicester, really, to win the ball back. Good counter-attack there as well. Ian actually played in Tillemans in the final third, but just couldn't get his shot on goal because of a Ruben Diaz block. But yeah, good, decent start, I would say, to the half so far. Happy birthday to Tom.
It's my wife's birthday on Monday.
Kevin Johnson here. Hi, mate. Thanks for
all
watching.
Over the line. Kyle Walker comes down. Cassania holds him up straight into
Aguero. Oh, no, it wasn't Aguero. It was Jesus.
Well, thank you anyway, bud.
Yeah, cheers for the $4.99. I mean, it's not going to go to Tom's missus, but thanks anyway.
Can I get a refund then?
Well, yeah, get a refund. Yeah. Someone gave me a link to this, but happy birthday. It's not Tom's. It's Tom's missus' wife's
birthday on Monday. Same as Gary. Oh, great.
Toon Army want Leicester to win.
I feel sorry for Newcastle fans.
With really Craig watching it, what do you think? Craig reckons Lee Trundle to score the winner. Lee Trundle.
Oh, Lee Trundle. There's a blast from the past.
Legend.
Ball into the area. Jesus. And did he steps in. Still with Flag. Well played for Fafana. Big hoof and have it up the pitch. Free kick to Leicester. And then the moaning Rodgery. So I will never forget his comments in the first game. Oh, they just sat back and didn't defend or didn't try and play football that well. Well, sorry, Roger. We beat you 5-2, mate, from playing that way. Behave, kid. Leicester starting to pass it more for me. They're trying to get the movement. Oh, trying to get Vardy in behind. He's down the line.
Oh, I don't know what he tried there.
No, the flag gone up, mate. I think yeah, I think he knew he was offside, mate. So I don't think he wanted to overdo it. That's why I think he looked for the pass, because I think if he was onside, he would have put his foot down and gone. I generally think he felt that he was in an offside. I'm going to pass it, and the flag goes up. We haven't wasted, some energy trying to break forward there. Because he never looked, when the ball comes to him, normally Vardy there, he's heading up the touchline, no if or buts, but there was just think about it. I think he knew he was offside.
Yeah, just a quick one, guys. I mean, there's nearly 200 people watching over Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all of them. So please drop a like if you can. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. It'd be much appreciated. Share as well. Hopefully we can get a win here, but we'll see. Still 0-0, 55 minutes in.
To the bar line, cuts it back. Aguero deflected wide. Corner kick to Manchester City.
Corner kick, yeah. Yeah, I've just seen, so much. Gray, mate, I'm not ignoring messages. If you saw Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, you know that there's a lot of comments. They are missed sometimes. So unfortunately, but there we go. Can't get every comment up on screen.
Headed out. Read the glass, mate. I can't see the person who I need to get them off because of COVID. Simple as that. Until I can get to them, I can't do anything about them. Simple as that, mate.
Oh, was that his comment?
Yeah, it's not even annoying them. The person who's making for me is not seeing anyone because of circumstances in their lives, and they're not risking anyone coming around the house, and they're very strict on the COVID, and I respect that decision. So, they don't want me to come round. I'm not going to go round. As Sky panned to the big flag of Champions England, you made us sing that with Vishai on it. Would have been his 63rd birthday tomorrow, so you're up there, Vishai. We all know you're looking down on Leicester and every fan, so we're with you, mate.
Yeah. Well said. Gray, I mean, if you want them right now, if you want glasses and mats right now, you could order some. I'm sure other places do it. It's just we haven't sorted it yet. So we will eventually. Sean wishes you a happy birthday as well, Gray, because I think Tom accidentally said Gary earlier, so now people are saying happy birthday, Gary. So happy birthday to Gary on Monday.
Hashtag Gray, hashtag Gary. Just trend it.
Yeah.
He knows I know him looking around. I've looked after him with his TV subscription anyway. Aguero attacking the box, breaks away to Ribery.
And did he taking a nice little jump up there?
De Bruyne lays in Mahrez into the box, shoots, parried away by Casper Schmeichel. Big fist there from Casper. Clip to the back post. Well played, defending. Bruno Mendes cuts inside, bends it, goal, Manchester City 1-0. It's been coming. It's a lovely finish from Bruno Mendes. He cuts inside of his man and plants it right footing in the bottom corner, and you can't say anything less than that. It's a good finish.
The goal's been coming, and there is the goal. 1-0 Manchester City at the King Power Stadium. 58 minutes in. Pep's very happy. Benjamin Mendy with the goal, as Tom said. Yeah, I mean, as we said before half time, if you keep giving them so many chances, eventually one of them is going to go in the back of the net.
Mahrez had the first shot, comes down the line, clip to the back post. Ooh, be interesting to see on this one though, because in the first play, for me, Jesus might have been. I don't know. For me, the first play, Jesus might have been offside in the build-up. So I don't know if they'll check that one. Be interesting to see.
I doubt they will.
I don't think they are, mate. I think they'll give it now. I mean, he's put it through between Tillemans, Amate, and Johnny Evans into the bottom corner. Yeah, I didn't know if they were checking it. I didn't know. No, I think the goal's been given. Yeah, goal's been given, not in checked. I didn't know just that first crossbait when it came in if Jesus might have been in offside or. But no, the goal's been given 59 minutes in, and Manchester finally have taken the lead, and stout defending Leicester couldn't keep going. But again, it all came down from a bit of sloppy play at the back and giving the ball away. But I think John just put it right. Now Leicester have got to start playing, but giving the ball away. The passing today is sadly not been good enough.
But does anything change, mate? I mean, I get what Jono's saying about do we start playing now? But it's not like we've not been wanting. It's not like we've not wanted to play all game. It's just that Man City have been pressing very, very aggressively, and it's been difficult to get out. Besides a couple instances. So I can't really see much changing, if I'm honest. It looks like Raheem. Is that Raheem Sterling coming on, or is it still
Sterling to
Foden?
come on? I think it's Sterling to come on, mate. If I'm honest with you. Aguero finds Jesus, finds Fernandinho, back to Mendy, and Man City now popping the ball around for fun. They've got the lead. And probably for them, if they win 1-0, it'll be a big win for them today,
Yeah, it's a good win for them. It's a good win for them if they get it.
Leicester to win the ball back. Tillemans, Perez, back to Johnny Evans. Again, just tells you when we have to go backwards so much. Johnny Evans, find Perez, that's better. Go forward, Leicester. They're just missing that little bit at the moment. Perez goes past his man, finds Cassagna, cuts in one, cuts in two, and has to go backwards because there's not another option. Bafana coming up across the pitch on the halfway line, though. That's how far they've gone back. They were on the 18-yard line and was suddenly, within 20 seconds, we're back on the halfway line. And now Man City will put the 11 men behind the ball. Fafana finds Tillemans centre of the pitch. He's just a blanket of white now. Leicester have got to try to work out how to break it down, like Man City did. Leicester have got to do the same. Of course it is. But they're passing the ball better for me. That's the one thing in this half. Down the side, Cassagna keeps it in. There's a poor pass to him. Pulls it back. Headed away by Fernandinho. go out a
They're
throw
giving
for
us the
Leicester.
ball now, aren't they, mate? They're giving us the ball now.
Yeah.
We might just buck up a bit now, like the last meeting. Someone said.
Off will come Sergio Aguero with half an hour's place, managed now on his comeback game after the long-term injury. So
The last time we will see him against Leicester City, of course.
Maybe, or he might go to the Arsenal retirement fund and play a few seasons there. You never know. They like to take an oldie, William, David Luiz. You never know. Well, the FA Cup finals possibility. Leicester with the ball, and again we take the throw right on the 18-yard box. 20 later, and we're back with Kasper Schmeichel in our half, and we are just missing something at the moment. And I think Brendan and the backroom staff will be thinking, where's that first substitution going to come from to try and open Manchester City up. For me, Paris hasn't done anything wrong, but he's the obviously one to come off to bring on Maddison. You've also got the option of bringing on Dennis Pratt as well, who we know can break forward. He had a good 80 minutes or 90 minutes under his belt on Tuesday night on his return. So the interest to see, as Andy just said, Maddison Pratt.
Pratt was quality, wasn't he, for Belgium?
He played very well. Ball, Perez looks for the outside of the pass, the hardest pass he could have done, but it was probably the only option.
Yeah, it was indeed.
I totally agree with you, Jono.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
I'd rather Aguero on, mate.
So lucky there, by the way. The ball breaks through Sanya. He knocks it past his man, and he still managed to get a foot to it.
I mean, you can see here, mate, how, not now, obviously, because we're back in our own half, but a minute ago when we did have the possession, when we did have the ball, we had a lot of men forward, mate, and I think Sterling's definitely dangerous. Sterling and Mahrez and Jesus as a front three going forwards.
Tells his man, sets in here, Nacho down to the left-hand side. Smash it across the box, and it'll go out for a goal kick. It's better from Leicester, better from Perez. He got on the hard turn there and gone past his man. Yeah, Pep Guardiola doesn't look happy that Leicester got in that easily, to be honest with you.
Mr. Kunal says, Iheanacho, come on, don't ruin your streak of goals in every game you've played so far.
As Brendan talks to his assistant Craig and Stowling, be interested to see what they're in the chat about. Where can they change it? The option's there, and I think we'll get a chance in this game. I really do. But the problem is you don't want to be out of sight when you do get that one chance.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I've got a question for you. I remember in the Manchester United game, and the FA Cup game, when the point where we were we 1-0 down at one point, or was it 1-1?
1-1, mate. We scored first.
Yeah. I think we said, and even at 0-0, mate, I think we said that we can't fault the boys on that night because there was just, you could see they were fighting, because in previous games where we've lost, we've said, like, I wouldn't mind losing the game, but we just didn't seem to really want it enough. What do you think in terms of this game so far, mate? Do you think we've wanted it enough?
I think we've wanted it, but we've been very, very shy of coming out of our box. We've been.
Do you think
scared.
This is fair?
A bit toothless today. I wouldn't say toothless. I just think we're too scared to make a mistake like now. Look at the press. Straight, that's a free kick. Straight all over Tielemans. He didn't have a yard to turn. I mean, there's not many teams who come on, Fernandinho, get out of the way so we can play the game. But again, if you look at that was a prime example. As soon as we got the ball, we tried to turn, and we couldn't turn. But the pressure was always on us. And same again now. The pressure is on us. Chipped away, giving the ball away. Fofana gives the ball away. Biggest problem today for me, we've given the ball away cheaply so often, and we've not used it well enough at times when we've had the ball. We showed for me in the first 4 or 5 minutes in the second half when Tielemans had the shot, Vardy nearly went through. We can cause some problems, but against a team that are so well organised, I mean, they aren't going to be champions for no reason. There we go, ball turn, Nacho. Again, he can't get on the half turn, gives the ball away because he's got 2 men on him, stopping the opportunity to go in. De Bruyne on to his right, tries to play in Sterling. Man on, well played, and Didi Cruyff turned away from De Bruyne, got the ball, finds Iheanacho. Again, poor pass to Iheanacho from Ndidi, and it's just a hoof clearance. I agree with that, by the way, Adam Tucker. How many fouls did Fernandinho get away with? Well played, Daniel Amati wins a throw off Sterling in the right back position. He does get away with so many fouls and no card. And Diddy's done probably 3, been booked already.
Yeah, he got. I mean, it was in the first half, wasn't it? I think it was only about half an hour in. He got fouled.
So at the moment, Brendan's talking to the 2 subs. James Madison and Ricky P look like coming on. Well played. Nacho wins the ball back, then gives it away because the press is on him, not giving a moment of time. Well played in Nacho, wins the ball back off Kevin De Bruyne in the right back position. Well played there, Nacho. And that's the difference for me and Nacho 2-3 months ago. He's getting back in and he's working hard to win that ball back. He's not letting team players just run away from him. He gave the ball away, he won it back. Ball over the top, finds Nacho. Finds Tillemans back to Nacho. The ball's there. Play it wide. Oh,
Unlucky,
just too long on the ball. Unlucky. Just couldn't get it out of his feet to get the ball in. But once again, the blanket of pressure there for Man City didn't stop us.
Oh, here we go.
Man City come. Rodri back to De Bruyne. Well played. Daniel Amati steps in and wins the ball back because if he gets it wrong, it's a free chance for Sterling to go through on goal there.
Yeah, I mean, I think something needs to change. I think it will be changing with Madison, Ricardo. I think that will definitely positively impact the game. But will we have enough time? I mean, we definitely need to make the substitutions before a second goal was to go in against.
Down the left, Cassagna. And Walker just slides in and nicks it away. Throw to Leicester on the halfway line.
Everyone's saying bring Madison's on, pal. So yeah, I think it's a no-brainer really here, isn't it? Just hope we're not rushing in. That's all. Was it his hip again? Is that what it was? His hip again? Right. Different side this time, maybe. I don't know. Johnny Evans over the top.
So Vardy heads it down to Perez. Perez edge of the area. Oh, he just can't get it under control. It's unlucky. Ball heads down to Perez, and he just couldn't get a feet.
Cheers to Ahmet.
Cheers, mate. I do hope you stay up. I really do, because I feel for your fans. I really do. I love going to Newcastle away and stuff like that, and to see the club the way it's run with that Cockney Mafia in charge. It's not
complete
great
opposite.
to watch.
Complete opposite to us, isn't it? Complete opposite.
Yeah. You've got a football club where you guarantee 57,000 every home game, and passionate fans by that. It's just appalling, mate. Sell up, Ashley. Get out and leave the club to be run by someone who actually wants to run a football club, not just make money from your sports company. I'm waiting to say the name. Foul on halfway line by Fafana. JJ's having a moan that knows there's no cards, and looks like the 2 substitutions are literally imminent for Ricky P and Madison to come onto the pitch. I mean, I think to see who's coming off, I think it'll probably be Albrighton, and I think it'll be Perez.
See, do you think?
I think he'll push on.
It's got to
Ricky onto the right. Cassagna's staying on the left and doing his job. You've got to have the wing back role there, mate, haven't you? And it'll be interesting to see. De Bruyne halfway line. Man City now have slowed it down completely. They're quite happy. They've got the lead. Still popping around. Well stepped in by Albrighton, who gets the touch. Daniel Marty. Again, Leicester just trying to play well. But no, come off it, ref. Tillemans rolls his man. The bloke goes down and then gets a free kick. That's not a foul. The substitution will happen now. On will come Madison for.
Brighton.
Ricky P
for
Brighton, as we said. I thought it would be.
It's got to be Perez, isn't it? I think.
Well, Brighton's come off on the far side, so Ricky P's now on the pitch. Brighton's now got the long trudge back around the pitch. Ricky P will come out onto the right hand side, and Nacho's come off. So
very surprised.
Just drop me out for a minute, mate.
Yeah. As we've just said, guys, I think we were all expecting Perez to come off for Madison, but it is Nacho. It's Nacho who has made way for James Madison to come on now in this second half. 71 minutes in. Currently, Leicester City 0, Manchester City 1 at home. Leicester at home at the King Power Stadium. It's going to be an interesting end to the game here. Will Leicester go for it? Will we get an equaliser, or will Man City score a second? We'll have to see. I mean, yeah, it's never going to be as bad as Chelsea getting stuffed 5-2 by West Brom, is it? There's been some questionable decisions there. I agree with Jamie Hollands. Hey, push there from Kyle Walker on Castagna. Castagna ran down the left-hand side. He was about to get a ball in, and Kyle Walker's just given him a cheeky shove and hit him into the advertisement hoardings. Walker apologises. But yes, that's it. Goal kick there for Man City. So, yeah, let us know what you think, guys. Let us know what you think to the substitution. Do you think Maddison should have come on for... Well, we know Maddison should have come on. Do you think it should have been for Nacho? Do you think it should have been Perez? Are we now playing just the one up top? It looks like Perez and Vardy playing as the strikers here, as the referee books Edison for time wasting here. Get Maddison on. Madders is on, Diane. Madders is on now. Look at those possession stats now. I know, mate. Completely agree. Am I seeing this right? Ayoze done nothing but still on pitch. Is it just me? Yeah, but how can you sit there and just single out Ayoze for not doing anything? Like, what's any of the others done? Yeah, Vardy scored an offside goal. It was offside. Nacho, what's Nacho done? You can't sit there and say that. It's not on. You can't single him out. Yes, I'm surprised that Nacho has gone off instead of Perez, but Man City are through here. Gabriel Jesus into Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling still got it, and it's a goal. Gabriel Jesus puts it away. It's squared across the prox. Sterling to Jesus, and that's it. Leicester City 0, Manchester City 2. As Tom joins us back, you probably just saw that, right, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, it's a ball in the behind. Johnny Evans tries to slide in and gets caught out, but look, it's just Man City, aren't they? Then Bruyne picks it up, cuts inside Tielemans, lays in, goes through for Fana and Johnny Evans. Sterling cuts back inside, lays it across, and wow, Jesus just sticks his leg out and toe pokes it into an empty net because Casper's come across. 2-0.
Ricardo's lost his man, mate. I don't know what Ricardo was doing there,
What?
Not that bit before.
Yeah.
When the counter started. There, look here.
Yeah.
Ricardo's
let him go, but I'm not sure why Ricky P's sliding on the floor there. I mean, rule 1, do not go down in the ground in the box. You don't need to go on the floor there. Game over, but look, I've said before, this game was always going to be tricky against a Man City side, what probably felt like they had something to prove after that defeat. Leicester give the ball away again, and that's been the tale of this story. Give the ball away, free kick.
Hopefully not a red, because he's already on a yellow.
And Jesus asking for it. This is for me where players should be booked. Jesus should be booked for asking for a yellow card. As soon as he asks for a yellow card, book him, because you're not there to referee a game. If that was a rugby match, the referee would be giving him a warning saying, you talk to me again, or you tell me a player to book, you're getting carded yourself. Man City will make their second sub of the game with 15 minutes to go.
Ferran Torres now coming on. This sums Man City up. Ferran Torres, the attacking midfielder, the right winger, the striker, the centre forward, the false nine, all of them positions he's played for this season at Man City.
I think that sums up today, mate, for me, that comment there. 2 passive today. Tielemans and Perez and Diddy walking around at times. I think they have walked around at times when City have had possession. I wouldn't say when we've had possession. I just think we generally can't get out of our half. But I would say it has been a bit ball headed across, straight into Casper's hand, luckily. We haven't been our fluid self with the ball. I think we've been very cagey about going out too far because of losing it and then breaking on us. It's just one of those games, It was a free hit in some ways today because of how well the season's gone. But we also know how well Leicester City can play. We can play much better than this. Sky Blues have risen, lads.
Yeah.
Hey, fair play to you, boys. You're a class act. Absolute class. I'm not going to sit here and say you're up. We, on the other hand today, had probably gone too defensive in some ways against a team who was going to press us. Yeah, goal scored in the last 15 minutes. Leicester 18, the second closest is Man United, but I can't see us scoring 2 goals today, sadly. and Leicester give the ball away again from Ndidi. You know, that's been the tale of the story. Leicester giving the ball away. Vardy tries to chase one down.
I'm going to say something, Tom, here. I mean, I know obviously me and you are both frustrated now, as everyone else is, you know, watching this live and as the goals go in. But I'm going to bring up a comment here, and people might call me, what's the word? I don't know. People might say, you know, come up with expectations change and all of this. But for me, there's no shame in losing to Man City. They're a great side. What has Luke said? So what side they are, but I have to question the game plan. It's been coming from minute one. It has. I understand that. I just think it's difficult.
Oh, Leicester lose the ball. Fine. Mahrez into the box, and he puts it wide of the post.
Again, how's he missed that? But as I was saying there, mate, I think the game. I get.
I haven't bothered that one. If you've been honest, Leicester the best side we've played in the Premier League. Well, thank you very much. And we'll take that as a compliment. The one above it, mate. Thank you very much.
10? What are you on about?
I don't know what they're on about, me, honestly, mate. The one above there, I think, was a fair one.
You do it. You do it.
If I'm honest, Leicester is the best side we've played in the Premier League, and I appreciate that, mate. It's not been our finest day today, but you boys are absolute class, and you know I'm not going to sit and say you're not. Fully deserved to win the league. You're miles in front of the reigning champions, about 7th or 8th in the league, aren't they, Liverpool? You know, what can you say? You know, Man City are the best team in this league by miles, and no one's got near them again.
Yeah, I think Paul's. I mean, look, I get what people are saying. I know Luke's, you know, Tails has put it there. Obviously, question the game plan. I genuinely don't think it's that. I think it's just been very, very difficult for us to. I think we've had an all right game plan. It's just Man City have had a better one. They've completely nullified us by completely pressing us aggressively, and we've struggled to get out. And I think the times that we have got out, they've been that kind of little. That little times coming out of our half and going into theirs. What have you had? We had two clear-cut chances, Tom. Yeah, the offside goal from Vardy and the one where Nacho put Tielemans in. And I think they're the two most clear-cut ones. I just think it's difficult. You know, this is the best team in the Premier League this season. You know, we all know that they're the best team in the Premier League this season. Liverpool were last year. They did the double over us last year. Man City are the best team this year, and they haven't done a double against us. They haven't done that. We beat them 5-2. So it's really not that bad. It is frustrating, but it's not that bad.
Ball into the area, headed up Johnny Evans, and it will go straight through Davison with 11 minutes to go plus injury time. And yeah.
Oh, dear. Oh, he doesn't stop joking. Anyway, carry on, Tom. What are you going to say?
Behave, Anthony. Behave. Even lads, Man City have even been out of third gear. Set up wrong, but Man City are in different. Yeah, I mean, I just don't. You can set up any way against Manchester City you want. We could have come out and gone, let's just attack and try and win the game 5-4 and stuff. But the way Man City have pressed us today, again, look, we lose the ball. It's just been one of those days where we've got no ricochet, so we've not had that much luck when we've had the ball. We can't pass the ball well enough today. We haven't passed it at all well. We've not had that fluidity of transitions, as Roger says. He likes that word, transitions. From the back to the front, it's not been good enough. And we've been very cagey to come out our box because every time we do try and play, Man City have been right up behind us and we haven't been able to turn, pass it backwards. And when you've got a team who are pressing you that aggressive, and it is such an aggressive press. Man, look now, they've stopped the aggressive press. Now, look, there's the aggressive press. As soon as we get to the halfway line, the ball into Madison, aggressive press. He has to do one option, go backwards. That's been the story of the game. The ball has to gone to backwards because how good Man City have pressed us forward.
There's what Simon said. Silver lining is the fact Chelsea took a beating today and failed to gain on us. Jason Mills says we have been absolutely schooled and dominated today. We have. But again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. I don't want to sound negative.
That'll be a card. That's got to be a card. Fernandinho's laughing at Madison. He's just absolutely clattered in one. Absolutely. I'm not going to say a word because we're not time yet. But if I was going to say, I'd call him an absolute. No need for that. You're 2-0 up. What the hell are you doing that for, Fernandinho? There's no need for it.
Second time he's done it, mate. I think he did it before as well.
There's no need for that. There's no need. The game hasn't been like that. If Man City play well, That's the poor side of Fernandinho, sadly, that he's got that in his locker that he will. I mean, going all over us. Absolutely. I mean, look at them. Perez got the ball. He had 4 men around him there. Ball again. Maddison. Again, 2-on-2. 3 men trying to stop him go forward. Play through the lines. Leicester play through the lines. Maddison gets around his man. Ooh! Fernandinho nearly plays Vardy in on the back pass, but luckily he got better contact on it because he gets a poor contact. Vardy was in on goal.
Can't believe it took 80 minutes for Fernandinho to get booked.
Well, we said that, didn't we?
Yeah. 3 points
Vardy.
from 6.
3 men on him. Falls to Tillemans. Back to Maddison. Shoots and over the crossbar.
3 points from 6 of the soon-to-be champions ain't all that bad. I did like this comment as well, if I'm honest with you, from EKG. Might be a little early to say we still won the tie on aggregate, which we have. Nampalys Mendy coming on.
Yeah,
is this because of the yellow card?
I would say so, mate. You don't want Wolf with 8 minutes to go. I think he's probably on a warning from the referee that one more and you're going.
Do you think Brendan's probably accepted defeat at this stage, mate? You know, that's why he's taking him off.
Accepting defeat,
damage
but
limitation. No, don't want a red card.
We got a massive game next week against West Ham, mate. You know, depend how they get on Monday night against Wolves. You know, it's a very big game next weekend because if West Ham win their game, they'll only be 4 points behind us. I think it is. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So you know, it's a massive game next weekend, depending on their result tonight. So you know, let's go there with an Ndidi fit and playing, then us having to mismatch the team. I mean, next week's another week, and Maddison would have had a week of training. Ricardo would have had another week of training. Hopefully, Cags will be back as well. You know, you go into West Ham, who are in good form. Don't get me wrong, but we have seen that they can throw goals leads away against West Ham when they're 3-0 against Arsenal when they're 3-0 up. So let's go there with a full team, then having a silly tackle by Ndidi or just catching someone late and another yellow card.
Yeah, can I just say as well, just a minute ago, Maddison played a really, really stray pass, which looked like a very simple pass. And I'm just wondering, are you all going to start slagging him off and singling him out like you've been doing to Perez all day? You know, not people in this chat. The people in the comments haven't been bad. I'm on about the people on Twitter. You can't pick and choose when you're going to single someone out. You know. But yeah, it's
there's another tackle on Maddison. How many tackles did Maddison get clobbered today? He's been on the pitch 15 minutes. He's been smashed by Fernandinho, by Walker, by Jesus. Come on, man. Referee, not in a card. Not in a card. That is a yellow card, referee. He's gone in there and he knows what he's going in there for. Stamps on his foot. Should have been a yellow card there for me.
Yeah,
that's not bitterness cover 2-0 down. That is, but I don't want our players getting kicked. You're 2-0 up. You don't need to do this. Why do you need to finish the game by playing dirty? You're 2-0 up.
What do you think of this one, mate? Get a result against the Hammers, and this game doesn't look that bad.
Of course it does.
Oh, Perez. Lovely Perez.
Vardy into the box. Casanya plays it across. Fine Ricky P pulls it back. Maddison! Oh, straight into the goalie's arm. Poor connection from Maddison.
Good play.
You can just tell that Maddison doesn't look sharp at the moment, sadly. He just doesn't look sharp. Lox disappears. Ball wide. Vardy finds Casanya. He pulled it back. Ricky pulls it down. Volley from Maddison just under his foot as he went for the connection. But it just shows to me, I don't think Maddison is anywhere near the sharpness, and it's going to take time for Maddison to get back anywhere near that, anywhere near the form he was in. You don't just come back off an injury and be flying. We've seen that with players. Vardy's, is taking his time, and that's another foul, referee. No foul given. Kevin De Bruyne down the left-hand side. Mendy will come as the overlap. De Bruyne still has the ball. Leicester get 4-man round him. And then has a moan. Get up, De Bruyne. Stop moaning about every single foul. Anybody think De Bruyne was the referee today? And Leicester, with 4 minutes to go, have the ball for Fana. Apart from the grass is closing down by Man City, our failure today is so poor passing. Yes, it is. I said that earlier, mate, Steve. The passing has been nowhere near being up to standard against a team like Manchester City if you want to beat them. Thank you.
Reality check today. Someone's put, yeah. I mean, I think it is sometimes difficult. And I'm not making excuses, by the way, guys. I'm just making a comment. I would have said it if. Hold on! What are you doing? Watch De Bruyne here. Right, I don't know if you saw it, the off ball. I think Amati's I think he has lashed out a little bit, but De Bruyne has gone down so late. We'll see on the replay here. Look at this. Oh, get up.
Fair play, be honest, fair play, Daniel Amati there, because he's doing more nothing that he's referencing. Well, in fairness to him, mate, I'm going to say now that Kevin De Bruyne goes for the scratch around the stomach there and tries to grab him. So he has every right to smack him on him.
They're going to check the red card. They're checking the red card. They're checking the red card here.
If that's a red card, then they've gone mad. No, I don't think they are. I think Anthony Taylor's done it.
Foden's coming on as well.
Foden will come on. I think that will probably be Kevin De Bruyne going off. Yeah, De Bruyne is going off.
Hollywood, Kevin De Bruyne. I'm a big fan of De Bruyne. I think he's a quality player. There's not normally too much of that from him. I don't think. All of that.
He's been moaning today, mate. He's been having a right moan today.
Yeah, I mean, normally I don't normally see too much. I know he does like a moan. He does like a moan, but a bit of theatrics there from him, to be fair, which I'm a bit disappointed in. He's good enough to not do that. He doesn't need to do any of that. He's good enough how it is.
He's no KDH, though, is he?
Oh,
KDH is a lot better.
Did you see that yesterday? Him lashing out? Oh,
mate,
yeah.
He had every right to do that after the player grabs him, rugby tackles into the floor. That Derby player.
Don't you wish we had a bit of that in midfield, though, eh? It would be nice to have a bit in midfield like that.
I think we'll see him all next season, Doobie Hall. I think he'll play a lot more games next season, mate. But I think benefit we've seen from Harvey Barnes being out alone, and think for him as well will be massive that he's got loads of game times for Luton this season and in a tough league. It's no easy league, the Championship. I mean, for Fafana there, fair play to him. He's been absolutely had a right go. And just under a minute to go plus injury time, probably be about 5 minutes with all these substitutions have been. Turn Maddison on the ball, finds Perez, knocks it past his man, finds Tillemans, goes past his man. That's a foul. And that's got to be a booking, ref. No, it's not a booking either. Yeah, there's the yellow card. I've found it. Booking for Roger Reeve, takes down Tillemans. Tillemans is clever. Knocks it across the man, slows down a bit, takes the touch. Again, with the time clicking down, do you want Tillemans to get the player booked there? For me, not really. I'd rather he started running towards the goal, but hopefully we can create a chance. The scoreline can look a little bit fresher at 2-1. Free kick, Maddison to take. Tillemans is still down.
We got very lucky at the. I mean, it's a different team, mate. It's a different team to the Etihad game. We were playing very wide, as in out and out wingers. We had Barnes obviously playing that game, and I think it's a different game. But
there's a comment earlier from the Manchester City fan that said about Maddison should have started today. I mean, the only reason I think Maddison ain't started is not played in months. 3 minutes of injury time. I don't get that.
I get it. I get what you're saying. I mean,
there was 6 subs. All over the top. Fafana heads it down. Oh, you can't find Maddison, and the offside flag goes up anyway. And 30 seconds of that injury time's gone.
Fafana playing in the Leonardo Ajoa role right there. But
heaven forbid.
Yeah, no. What I was going to say was, mate. I mean, like man of the match, Kevin. I can't argue with that, mate. I think he's been good today. He has been good. He's been moaning, but he's been good. He just seemed to get the ball every time.
Sterling down the left-hand side, 1-on-1 with Daniel Amati. Now 2-on-2 up by foul free kick. Ricky dives in. It's clear foul. It is Ricky. You can't even moan there. Daniel, leave the ball alone, mate. You've already been booked. Let's not get yourself sent off. They'll give credit to him. I don't think he's had a bad game.
You know what, mate? I was going to say this to you, pal. I don't think the defence has had a bad game. I don't think they have. I think they've been unlucky. I don't think, I think if we're playing against a lesser opposition, even a little bit of a lesser opposition, I think it's a clean sheet today, mate. I don't think they've been bad at all.
No, I
There's not
mean,
been massive. I think the only mistake I would say at the back, which led to the goal, one of the goals obviously was that Ricardo Pereira one where he dived in, But apart from that,
both of the goals, mate, you could say are avoidable in some ways. I mean, like they say, the first one for me, the ball slipped through between Johnny Evans and the second one, the ball slipped through between Johnny Evans and Fofana. I mean, 9 times out of 10, you get a foot to it. It was just that good a ball, to slip it through into that area. And then the first goal, I mean, it's a ball over the back. Again, all Brighton's jumped in. He's cut inside and bent it in. But 9 times out of 10, a full back in that position smashes it over the crossbar. Well played, Perez, turns away, goes down, free kick, Man City, collapses man. Just been one of those days that it hasn't come off for us trying to defend defend well and break. We've not really had enough counter-attacks to take chances for me. The first bit we did do in the first 5 minutes of the second half was probably the best we've done all game. That's not a foul though, ref. Behave. Ricky B takes that Sterling, but for me, he's won the ball first.
Would you?
I agree. We move on and we look forward to West Ham. We lost against the better team today, and I think that's spot on, mate. If you want your
champions.
Yeah, we lose to the Champions League. Yeah, Lex, they're going to win the league now. I think play Wednesday might be too much tired. I think you play Wednesday might be too tired.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you talk about. Who you talk about, Will? I'm trying to work that one out. For Man City's fixtures, you just want out of the way. Yeah, of course you do. Any points again today would have been a bonus. And there's full-time whistle, and Pep congratulates Brendan. But I think Brendan post-match interview will be a bit deflated in some ways, but he also knows he's been beaten by a very good team and the champions to be.
Absolutely, mate. Completely agree with what you said there. I mean, I get why a lot of fans will be disappointed with the result today and the performance. However, I'm not too disheartened at all. You can call me whatever you want, but I'm not too disheartened. We've lost 2-0 to the champions elect, as Tom said, as I said, and it was always going to be a tough game, as someone mentioned here. Can't complain where City are in the league. Concentrate on the next game now. That's all we can do. It's not like we've just lost 2-0 to a Burnley or a Brighton or a Fulham like we've done before, or a Sheffield United, and it's been a spineless performance. It's not that at all. We've lost 2-0 to, I think, who I think we'll all agree will probably be the Premier League champions this year. But that's what me and Tom think. Everyone else might think differently, and that's why we've got the post-match show with Phil coming up, because everyone will have their chance to give their views. So let's get Phil in now, and we can go. We can start the post-match show.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Lox. Thanks for a great second half. Watch along, you guys. It's been good fun as ever watching you do that. Hopefully, I'm sure everybody's enjoyed that. Just before we move on, I mean, Tom, like Lox has just said, that they are champions elect. They may well go and win the Champions League. I'm just a little bit frustrated. I don't know. It felt like we didn't quite have a go today. It was a lot of defence. But perhaps some days you just have to say we're playing a team who's too good for us.
I agree with you on that way, Phil. Our passing wasn't good enough at all. But then you have to look at the aggressiveness of Manchester City. They didn't let us get on the turn at any point to try and run at them. The one time we did break the line is when we scored and it was offside. Bar that, we never really got the opportunity to do it, because every time we got the ball in that third, Mahrez closed someone down on the right. Everyone was closing down for Man City today from start to finish. As soon as the Perez got the ball, the danger man on the turn, he's closed down and he has to go backwards. There's a lot of people moaning about the backward passing. That was not what we wanted to do today. It's not what they would have been told to go out and do today. But when you got a team who get right up you straight away and you can't turn, and the only pass option is to go backwards, what can you do? You got to play safe sometimes. And today, we just never really got out of first gear to get the passing going. When we did cause some problems, we saw it. We got the ball through the lines, and we saw that with the Tielemans shot. The Vardy one way nearly gets set away by Iheanacho, but he gets trapped under his foot. So there was the chances there in some ways, but we just didn't have that look of the ball today, sadly. But look, we're losing to the champions 2-0. Just remember, we beat them 5-2, so we've won on aggregate over the season for me.
Lox, Steve says here, we lost to the better side. We let them come at us, and they did their job. We have more important games coming up. that's Steve's probably about summed it up, hasn't he, Lox?
I completely agree, mate. I mean, I'm seeing some people say we didn't want to win the game and we didn't try to win the game. For me, that's poppycock. If you're an athlete, yeah, you're an athlete. Any athlete wants to win. They want to win, right? I'm not having that they didn't want to win. However, I will agree with the comment. Well, Steve's as well. You know, we lost the better side, which we did, but also there was another comment saying maybe we weren't hungry enough. Maybe we didn't want it enough. I think we wanted it, but maybe we just didn't want it enough. And I think potentially that's what it could have been. Along with, I mean, they got their tactics spot on today. Pep did. He would have learnt from the game earlier on in the season when we turned them over. He would have learnt from that. So yeah, I was just going to say as well, like, you know, as we've all said, they are the champions elect. You know, and sometimes, I mean, it reminded me of the Liverpool game, which we won earlier on the season. The first half, it was like that. They were just constantly putting so much pressure on us. We couldn't turn the ball over and get out of our half, and you know, let alone get an attack started. The difference in that game was that Liverpool made mistakes, and we had that 7 minutes of madness where we scored, you know, 3 goals, and that was the difference. Tonight, Man City didn't make mistakes. They rarely make mistakes. And I think that was the difference. So, you know, am I disappointed? Yes. Am I upset or angry? No, not at all. We said before the game, you could class this as a free hit. We've got, you know, winnable games, must-win games now coming up. And I think if we beat West Ham, you know, is it next? West Ham's next, right? I think if we beat West Ham, we'll look back on this game and say, you know what, it's not really a problem that we lost this game.
Tom, Lox, thanks a lot for the watch along. Are you sticking around, guys?
I'm off. I'm off. So,
all right, Lox. Cheers for that.
Thank you to everyone watching, liking, subscribing, super chats, and all of that. And personally, I'll see you Friday for my show. But yeah, Phil will tell you what's coming up before then.
Brilliant. Thanks, Lox. Thanks for joining us. I'll let Lox go. Tom's sticking around for a little bit longer. I'm going to go through some comments. What we want, as ever, obviously, is we've just lost 2-0 at home to champions-elect Man City. They are, without doubt, the best side in the Premier League this season. They're probably one of the best sides, if not the best side in the Premier League, in the Champions League, this season. Taylor says, what a side they were. No shame in losing to a team challenging for a quadruple. Big game next week. He's talking about Man City. This is Michael out in the States. Says Man City are just the best team this year. 5-2. Be damned. That was that was his prediction. Vardy isn't fit now. Chris, I do want to talk about this. I'm going to add in Mark, Jack, Elijah to chat with us very, very shortly, and I want to speak to them about Iheanacho. Should have gone off, leaving Nacho on. I am considering Vardy as an impact sub for the rest of the season. It's an interesting debate, Chris. I'm going to ask Mark and Jack and Elijah and Tom, of course, about that, because I felt like Iheanacho's earned the right to stay on the pitch today. I really do. But get your views in on that. More Madison, more Vardy says, I'm disappointed, must win games. Andy says, not many teams do the double over Man City. Casey is a bit worried. He says that's what they'd do to us if we get them in the cup final. I think a cup final, a one-off game, Casey is very, very different. More Madison, more Vardy says Nacho shouldn't have been took off. It's an interesting one. Phil says, and he wasn't up to the races. Many mistakes unusually. Listen, Phil, I think that was just Man City being very, very good at the high and hard press. Let's add in Elijah. We're going to add in Jack. We're going to add in Mark. I'm also going to share the link in case anybody else. We open this out. So if you think you see similar faces on here, that's because you don't put your face on here. So Mark's here again, Jack's here, Elijah's here, Tom's here. You can stick your face on. I've shared the link. You can come on and give it to us. I'm going to start with Jack. Jack, Iheanacho then. I'm going to start with that. I'm maybe scrapping around at what could have gone differently, but I did feel like, why did we take the Premier League Player of the Month, goal, hot form, yada, yada, yada? Why did we take Nacho off and not take Vardy off? Is it because Vardy is untouchable?
I don't think it's the case that Vardy's untouchable. I just think that Perez should have came off instead. I feel that Nacho should have stayed on. I don't see why. It was bizarre from me to see Perez stay on the pitch rather than Nacho. So, you know, a goal scorer that Nacho is 7 goals in his last 4 games. The confidence is there. You've just got to keep him on the pitch and hopefully get a goal. But obviously, he brought him off and then changed the shape. Leicester opened up, and Man City took advantage of Leicester, and it just proves how good Man City really are and why they're top of the league.
Mark, am I, scraping the bottom of the barrel trying to debate Nacho going off as being a talking point?
I didn't think Nacho deserved to be taken off, but there again, he wasn't getting any service, was he? And Vardy wasn't getting any service. We spent most of the game in our own half, and when we did break, it was like closed down really quickly by Man City. I think the tactics were wrong today more than anything else.
Yeah, a lot. I'm going to add in Michael as well, so we've got 6 of us on screen. Yes, Tom. Go on, Tom.
I was just going to say about this Vardy debate. Do you think the reason that Vardy was left on is because if you take off Vardy, then you've suddenly got Maddison, Perez, and Iheanacho, who all like to drop deep and win the ball and get the ball on the half turn. You're taking that threat of the running behind for me out of the game. And look, Vardy is not 100%, but for me, we saw the Vardy of old taking around the goalkeeper scoring. We haven't seen that for a little while. I just think if you bring on, I know what you're saying, Phil. I don't think he's intouchable, but we all know with Vardy, he only needs one chance and he will score. I just feel that if you take off Vardy and you leave Nacho, Perez and Maddison on, they're all the same kind of similar people. They like to come deep and receive the ball. There's no threat then in behind their channels.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Tom, and Elijah, we'll pass the debate on to you. I guess me reacting to Tom's very, very good analysis there of it is, I would say Nacho's in good form. So have your striker on the pitch who's in good form. I would have Jamie Vardy on the pitch as well. We're losing 2-0. Why take Nacho off? Why? I want to pepper the ball. I think we need to change it again. I'll come back to a bit of a plan B. Elijah, over to you.
I kind of agree. I feel as though Perez probably would have been the natural person to take off in that case. We've seen Maddison works well, providing the ball forward, winning the ball further back. 2 players who can sit a little bit further forward, like Vardy, like Iheanacho in some cases. I think it might have been a little bit because Vardy had put the ball in the back of the net at some point. We had seen his pace starting to come out a little bit. I don't necessarily think that he was out of form, but I still just kind of stand by the fact that we were just outclassed across the pitch all game.
I mean, Michael, thanks for joining us from the States. Michael, we always, whenever we talk to you, we always talk about swag. We were sort of lacking it today, weren't we? But if I'm going to be honest,
player had swag today, not a single one.
No, but Man City had plenty of it, Michael.
Yeah, no, they train with swag. They get signed with swag. You only get a Man City contract if you got swag. So De Bruyne comes off and he's like, what? Why are you taking me off? Even though he played all these minutes for Belgium the last 2 weeks and he should be probably getting a break. He wants to play. He's got his, our guys today, Brennan was managing them. That's how I feel it. Brennan was managing them. That's why Iheanacho came off. He played a lot of minutes for Nigeria. I would have liked to seen Iheanacho stay on with Vardy and Maddison come on and see what we could do those last 15 minutes. Maddison, he gets the ball in those areas when 3 Man City guys are around him. He's out, and that's exactly what happened. Perez, he got the little twinkle toes, and it just wasn't happening for him today. It would have been great to get 3 points today, but let's focus on Man City or West Ham next week. And I would like to see the same formation and the same tactics. Let's not throw away what we've been doing. Man City's the best team in the league. They're the best team in the world. So, man, I would really have loved to got 3 points today, though.
I think we all would have done, Michael. I'm going to get a few comments on here. Derek says we spent way too much in our own half and we sat too deep, which I sort of agree with you there, to be fair, Derek. Maddison should have done better with his chance, says Patrick. They've got to stop protecting Vardy and Casper, says Chris. Not good enough at the moment. Stop saying he's not fit or 100%. The guy's playing 90 minutes. It's just an excuse. And you could tell Tielemans had played a lot of football. Curtis says we're a lot better than we could have pressed more, been more aggressive, but we didn't want it. I'm sick of seeing this backwards football. We could have pressed higher today. And I want to know which one of you guys on screen wants to react to this. Do let me know out of the 5 other people who are with me on this at the moment. Ian does say 1 in 17 for Vardy. 1 in 17 for Vardy. Who wants to pick up on that?
He's been providing the goals, hasn't he? Today's just a game that he hasn't had the chance. I mean, when we brought Maddison on, they just tried to kill him. They hacked him down at every moment that they could. He spent most of the game on his back being fouled. But Vardy, at the minute, is a provider, not a scorer.
Yeah, I'd say how many assists in those 17?
Well, I don't think it's that many, Michael. If I'm honest, I don't think it's that many. I think it might be looking at 3 or 4, Jack. I don't know if you know.
But
I'm not sure. I think
No
with
pressure,
Vardy,
Jack.
with Vardy, you know, he offers a different side to his game this season. He's not just a goal scorer. His football knowledge is fantastic. We can't criticise him at all. He's not just a goal scorer, is he? You've seen it quite a lot. I know people might say, "Oh yeah, but he scored penalties this season," but he plays around everybody and he likes to bring everybody into the game, and that's Jamie Vardy, and he proves it with Kerwin, Perez, and all the other members are scoring goals because Vardy's there at the right times and assisting them and working hard to get them the goals that they deserve.
Well, I'm going to call it out a bit, Jack. Elijah, I don't know if you want to pick up on it. It is 1 goal in 17. We have to be careful with him because at some point, your striker needs to get you goals.
Yeah, I can agree that he's not untouchable, and he shouldn't be. But at the same time, when Vardy was scoring pretty much everything for us, wasn't he the only man up front? We're playing 2 up front now, and I see a lot of where we're scoring goals. Vardy is pulling defenders off of our second attacker. Sometimes it's Iheanacho, sometimes it's Maddison. Whoever that person who is scoring, Vardy is pulling defenders off of them. Vardy is providing supply lines to them. He's not ineffective for us just because he's not scoring goals.
I mean, Phil's just put up there that NBC said he's had 17 touches. Ben also says, are we allowed to criticise Vardy or will be crucified for it by certain fans? I certainly think we are. I think Vardy, for me, at times over years, has felt like he's untouchable. Listen, I love him. I think he's an all-time great. He's in our ultimate ever football team. But I think this is a poor run of form for him.
Can I just say that let's get one thing to account. That's not 17 straight games, remember. That's 17 games with injuries and setbacks that coming back into games, then getting injured again. So he's not been fully fit in all those 17 games. So it's easy to say 1 in 17. But if he'd played 17 games straight and only scored goals, then yeah, I'd probably criticise him more because he's been fit. But he hasn't played 17 games straight and been fit for that time. So he is coming back from another injury. He's not just about scoring goals in this team. We've seen that with Iheanacho's game against Sheffield United. He pulls teams left, right and centre. The Man United game, if he doesn't make the run, Tielemans doesn't score the goal. So you got to look at his all-round game, what he offers his team at the moment. And sadly, we haven't got anyone else who offers that on the pitch because that's not Iheanacho's game to be pulling players left, right and centre. So I don't think he's untouchable. And if he went another 4 or 5 games, I would get concerned he hasn't scored. But we also know if Vardy gets that 1 goal, then he goes on a run again. And I think there's been a few games over the years, or periods, where he's had a poor form. Last season, it wasn't the greatest season for him. Sorry, not last season, before that. He only scored 18 goals or something. He's had periods where he hasn't scored loads of goals in the Premier League, but look, we can't jump on his back when he's offering the amount of assists he's offering him this season as well as the goals he's got. He's still got, 18 goals this season?
And
17 goals.
Assists. 7.
Yeah, and 7 assists. So he's not having a bad season. I know it's 1 in 17, but I can't sit and crucify him when he's done that so far already.
Spot on, Tom.
Go on, Mark.
I just agree with Tom. It was absolutely spot on with what he said. You just can't take away what he does because he does so much off the ball and gives so much for other players. When Iheanacho or Maddison or Barnes are on the ball and going for a strike, Vardy's normally taking 2 of their defenders away because that's who they think is going to score.
I'm going to let Mark, Michael, and Elijah go because I've got Jono. I've got Jono and Ross to come on. So thanks so much for joining us, guys. Do come back next week, okay? Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Michael. Thank you to Elijah as well. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm going to add in Jono and I'm going to add in Ross as well. Jono, let's start with you. Thanks for joining us. What's your take on the match today?
Evening, guys. Yeah, I'm disappointed as we all are. I think we were obviously beaten by the better side. I just didn't feel like we showed our true potential in that game at all. I don't think that Brendan quite got the tactics right. I think that our passing was off. We played far too deep. All of these things, I think, you know, I was listening to the commentary and Tom and Lox, and yeah, they are very good and they do press very high, but we are better than that. We showed, you know, in the first half, we just made, you know, made them look a massively better team than us, and I don't think that they are. I think we've still got quality, and I just feel like we just didn't quite show our true quality today. I think if we did, we would have given them a much better game. That, you know,
I think
the better team won, and you know, we move on.
I think, Jono, I think you speak a lot of sense there. I think nobody is absolutely. No Leicester fan today is arguing with the result, and I think Ross, I think Jono speaks a lot of sense. Is the frustration is it feels like we weren't. A few people have said we weren't quite at the races today. Did we try and outplay Man City the Man City way, and we're not going to do that? Didn't really feel like we had a good go at them today, Ross.
No, we didn't. I mean, Tielemans' passing was just, oh dear me, it was very, very poor. I think all the fatigue, all the games he's been playing, all the games for Belgium has got to him in this game. I would say, hopefully that's just a one-off. It was very poor. I thought Perez, I mean, people can criticise me on this part, but I thought Perez looked a bit up for it a little bit with his skill and everything, taking him on. And when Maddison had that, sorry, who was it now? That the shot and a good block from Diaz. To be fair, he was probably their best player today, I think, Diaz. The only reason I've not said De Bruyne because he's got some acting skills off Alexis Sanchez for that terrible. It was absolutely disgrace that. I mean, and Maddison as well. Every time Maddison got the ball, they were just chopping him off. Especially Fernandinho as well. But you know, but here's the question: were Man City good or were Leicester just poor? Because I don't think Man City. I mean, I've seen Man City play a lot better than that. I mean, we all have. I
was going to say, Jack, I don't think we. I thought they were. I think I'm going to say Man City were really good today, and I think we were all right, but they were too good for us, Jack. That's my take on it. I don't know what you think.
I think everyone's going to have a different opinion of Manchester City. Were they really good today, or just was it Leicester sitting off them? And I think the first half shown their qualities, didn't it? With Man City, you had to sit deep and let them come, and then break them on the attack when you get the chance. And I guess with Man City second half, if you open up, they're gonna punish you, aren't they? You let De Bruyne have the ball; he's gonna know where to put that ball in. It proved it with both goals. You don't let him make them passes and create that much space for him to make them passes. And Man City just killed us off. That second.
I want to make a quick point. You know, we were beaten by the better team today, and we weren't at the races. We have been talking up the chance of winning the FA Cup. I know I'm jumping a step ahead because we've still got Southampton, but potentially if we beat Southampton, we'll be potentially playing Man City in the final. Do you think that if we played like that in the final, you know, if you want to win the FA Cup, you've got to compete with the best, and I just feel like we could compete with Man City. We showed we've beaten them earlier this season, albeit in a different scenario. But we have more quality than what we showed today. And I think if we were playing them in an FA Cup final, potentially, we would give them a much better going over than that. And
I just don't think we turned up.
I mean, Tom, I was just going to add to what Jono said there is, and I feel like I'm a stuck record at times because I do feel sometimes this can be Brendan's Achilles heel, our Achilles heel. Is sometimes I feel like we need to try something different some days. You could see after 40. I know Vardy had that chance where he was offside, but it really felt like that first 45 minutes, Tom, that it was all Man City. This passing out from the back was tough. Kasper was being pinned back a lot and having to make some loose passes. It was tough. no Leicester fan would be surprised when they scored their first goal because it was coming, Tom. And I do feel like we go then 2-0 down and I don't want to say the words plan B. It just feels like it's, if the game A doesn't work.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. If there's no plan B, Rodgers sets his team up for the game one way, and that's the way we stick to it for the 90 minutes. What I'd look at the two games overall, from the game at the Etihad to the game here, the difference at the Etihad, we had the width, we had a fully fit Barnes running at teams. We had a Sayuncu playing at the back. Now, would a Sayuncu made a difference today? We'll never know. When you're losing two quality players like that against a top team, it makes a difference. And I think if we'd had a Barnes fit and Sayuncu, we probably would have set up totally different today, in my opinion. I really feel we would have done, because I think when we played them at the Etihad, the width we had with Barnes on one side, and I think it was Albrighton on the other in that game, in that first game. Oh no, it might be Cassagna. Yeah, Cassagna played on the right in that game, if I remember, because he put the cross in for Vardy. It caused them all sort of problems because we stretched them wide. It meant the players could come through the middle, where today it was very much a 5 at the back and then a 3 in midfield of Ndidi, Tielemans and Perez, and there was no room for us to get the play through the middle at all. So it'd be interesting seeing a one-off final at the end of the season if we can beat Southampton and we get Man City, with Barnes hopefully fit, Sayuncu back in the team, Maddison fit again, Pereira fit. If we will actually give them a better game again, like we did in the first game. Look, today, Man City were just better than us for me from start to finish. They moved the ball more than us, and we didn't really create enough. The one time we did create is when we got through the lines, and we didn't do it enough, in my opinion.
I think.
Go on, Ross.
No,
last words to Ross.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think we've obviously got West Ham next. We've got 7 days to recover. There's no internationals in there, thank God. In there, so hopefully they all, let's dust this off. Yeah, it was a disappointing result. It's not like we lost to Sheffield United or anything like that at all. That we'll be having a different conversation about this. So they were the better side. We were just very poor. West Ham next week, that's massive, and I mean huge. I mean, if someone said to me at the beginning of the season West Ham could be one of the big crucial games, you've been having a laugh. Obviously, they're not far behind us as well. I mean, I suppose the thing is as well, with Chelsea losing again, we had a chance to go clear, and it didn't happen. I think the thing with Leicester, sometimes when we play against teams, like I said, Chelsea lost. We should have won. We should have took advantage and gone so many points clear.
But in a way, guys, Chelsea losing today just helps us. Man City, a lot of fans said this was a free hit, because in the end they are the best side in the Premier League. They are possibly going to win the Champions League. They're certainly one of the best sides in Europe. So a free hit. Jono, thanks for joining us. Ross, thanks for joining us. I'll let you guys go. Thanks a lot. Ross and Jack are back on Wednesday night in a brand new show. This is right, isn't it, Ross and Jack?
As far as, yeah.
Yeah, and we've got Russ Bowden joining us on Wednesday night to preview West Ham United game on Sunday.
Brilliant. So, thanks, Ross. Thanks, Jack. Right. We'll see you guys there. Thank you to that. Tom, thanks a lot for doing the watch along today. As ever, excellent work with Lox. Thank you for that.
No, appreciate it, mate. Just shame we couldn't get the result we all wanted, but I think you spot on, mate. It was a free hit. But I think Ross hit there, load. It's a massive game now. Depending on how West Ham get on away on Monday night at Wolves, now they play 2 days later, so we'll have the bit of advantage having that bit of a couple of days extra rest. But it is a massive game now at West Ham, and if we can go there and get a win, it really does put us, that first foot into the Champions League spot for me.
Brilliant. Thanks, Tom. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for a great watch along. We'll see you soon. Thanks to Tom there. No disco lights tonight from Tom, sadly, against a Man City side. Listen, thanks of all to all your comments for tonight's game. It just didn't work out well. We did beat them at their place. Hey, I don't think anybody would be too disappointed with today. It just would have liked to have seen us have a bit more of a go, maybe. It is Sunday morning, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. It's Easter. Get your Easter eggs out, settle back, get a cup of tea, scoff on the choc and join Jamie from the Fox's Arms at 10 a.m. He'll be going through this with you. Of course, it's Vichai's 63rd birthday, would have been tomorrow. So join him to eat your Easter eggs and say happy birthday to Vichai tomorrow. Myself Myself, I'll be back on Easter Monday at 7:30 with a Fan Zone show. We'll look back at this a little bit, but I think we'll be looking a little bit more forward to West Ham next weekend. So, and then we've got Jack and Ross in their brand new show on Wednesday night with a West Ham away fan as well. That's at 8:30 on Wednesday. Lox is live on Friday night at 7:15, and then we've got match day and the aftermath show. It's busy as ever. Thanks for all your comments. Nick says let's get Jamie in the pool. I think so, Nick. Let's get lots of viewers tomorrow and get him in that pool. I don't know if he's got it set up yet. As ever, thanks to these guys, ADT, Eat Me, Tiger, Moya Wade, Leicester Garage Conversions, Piglet's Pantries, the Fox's Arms, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, and our charity that we support, which is Memphis. We couldn't do it without them. It's not been a win today, but as ever, we love watching Leicester, and we can't wait till we're back down the King Power doing a bit of this. See you all soon. Forgot to say we'll do the Steve Welsh shirt on Monday night. I know some of you wanted to do it. I've got it. It's ready. We're going to do it on Monday. That just gives anybody who didn't enter LeicesterFanTV.com/competitions. You got a chance to win the Leicester City retro shirt. So we're drawing it on Monday night. So join us there. Okay. From me,